experiment with it and figure out how to deal with shit. Especially if they only cost $8 to print to buy.
I was pretty happy with how mine came out. The flames on the sword came out really good.
Your wife was so happy having received that mini.
Yeah.
I brought Stephanie hers, and Jeremy's wife was right there, and she was just like, oh, over Stephanie's mini, and then I presented Jeremy's
Oh, no, she
mini.
wasn't even happy about mine. She flat out insulted mine.
Granted. I was trying to be nice.
So I just stood up next to her and told her, don't make me come down there.
She's... How tall is Kim? She's like 5 foot nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm almost 5'9".
And so I presented Jeremy's mini to his wife Kim, and she was just like, "Oh, it's so cute! Like it's not even yours."
All right, we are live, ready to go.
Oh, I should move this over to that screen.
Well, the uncut version. I haven't gone back and cut these, but maybe someday. Welcome. I am Benito. Welcome to the Old Ways to Spero. We have our lovely cast below. At some point, I will go back and actually just do an intro, and then they will have to introduce themselves. They'll be all good. But we'll start with we'll go right from the top, as you can see the screen. Starting with you, Nate. You can tell who you are and what you're playing. Go from there.
My name is Nathan. I'm playing Ian Spire, the Lazy Bard.
You have inspiration for going with that. Mark it on your character sheet.
I'm me next?
Yep.
Okay. I'm Steph, but I'm playing Balin Caddell, the black sheep of the noble family. Yeah.
With her custom shirt that she's also getting inspiration for players to realize.
Damn it, Thomas.
If you're a fan and want one, you need to contact her. She'll be able to sell out the merch.
We're going to me.
Yep.
Jeremy, playing Yadra Erinki, the black sheep of the campaign.
Not yet.
Quite.
I'm Matthew. I play False Doom. I'm the captain of the Town Guard and Militia.
We'll go to Miles.
I am Miles. I'm playing Elian, just a normal farm boy. Or is he? He's also a wizard. Ooh.
Dun dun dun.
Art.
I am Art. I am playing Ash Excaligo. He is a priest of Cross, the god of defenders.
I am Lee Wanika from Tabletop Journeys, and I am playing Mshale, the fox.
I am Jen. I am playing Lady Kerowyn Caddell. And I am not associated with anything at this moment in time, so on Lee. Shameless plug.
Uh-oh. Something in the works down the road. Alright, so I'm Benito, I'm the DM. I have put this lovely story together to torment these players who've decided to once again brave my longest running campaign that I have and rebirth it into a new run. So it will be going on over 2 decades now. So we are continuing what has been the land of Alanis, as it somehow is being spoken of, to going into my other campaign world of Spero. How is that going to happen? Well, this is the journey that these 8 players are going to find out. But first, we must recap. They must figure out what's going on in Wellshire and the town that they are part of. They discovered that there was a nasty plot against the Caddell family, which Kerowyn and Balin are a part of, between being daughter or niece. And that plot was against Thomas, brother or cousin too, and he got himself in a lot of danger. Ended up in a goblin cave, and our heroes had to go and rescue him. And it was awfully close between his getting his throat cut with a poison blade, but our party was very resourceful and managed to keep our good Thomas alive. So that shirt will always continue to be relevant in Wellshire, as he is still with the party, and they're heading back. But what is the Dread Order, and is the Steward really a part of this, and how many of the Wellshire people are also involved with this dreaded plot to remove the Caddell family? We are just about to leave the cave. The party has rested and got themselves all back up after a nice little fight to figure out what's the next course of action. Ian is also more of his own right mind, because I actually had to play him, unfortunately. Miles was not feeling well last time, but now you have all part of your own brain to decide how you want to help this...
Alien.
This dangerous thing. I'm looking at your character, that's why. That you want to be a part of. So, here you go, guys. Tell me what you guys want to do now.
Well, if memory serves, we left off doing watches and camping out in the woods on our way back. Have we?
We were in the cave.
Oh, in the cave or outside the cave?
Pretty close to the cave. And either way, you guys are going to be leaving the cave. Nothing happened on your long rest. So everyone has a long rest. You're all healthy and healed. And all spells needed back.
Did we loot everything that we needed to loot or wanted to loot in the cave?
I believe so.
I checked a lot of bodies.
Because otherwise I guess we can...
So one of the things we
back.
talked about was me and M. Shalley going first and checking, because there'll probably be people out in the woods wanting to hurt us in various ways. And since we're both rogues and stealthy of some kind, going first and letting you guys know when to go.
We are going to Chalet's father's village. The plan was to go to Chalet's father's village, right?
Well,
Right.
his father is one of the scouts. He's a fox. He's more outside of the town, but that would be the same for Elian as well. He's a farmer for someone. His adopted parents are outside of town as well. So, because everybody is technically Wellshire, there are no separate civilizations, so to speak, other villages or communities.
How long are we going to be traveling wherever we're going? That's my question. Because an important conversation needs to be had before we go too far.
Well, which is closer, Chalet's father's place or town? And what is the distance between both?
Charlie's would more or less be maybe 5 minutes out of town. Elian's parents, the farm, would be more like a couple hours out of town. No, I'm gonna say an hour out of town.
In our direction or on the other side?
Well, you guys went directly east, so either way, they would be in a location, so to speak. No one is closer east to you. They're like Elian's parents are south of Wellshire, and Braj, he's a little bit closer to the top of the village, of the town. But you're more likely to be spotted if you would go see his father, because there was a concern that there might be foxes working. You mentioned there were foxes working for the steward, and you're more likely to run into a fox going to him.
I mean, at this point, unless anybody objects, I don't see any reason why we can't go straight back to the keep.
I would like to have a conversation before we go much further at all.
Let's have it.
At least one person here. When Yajiro saved Tomas, he used some powers that I did not recognize, and sounded like prayers to a god I didn't recognize. I'd like to know where those powers come from.
Are you actually directing the question at me?
Yes, directed right at you. I'm not doing this away from the group or anything. This is right here with everybody here.
Well, I learned a lot of skills from my parents. They used to train a lot of ancient arts from where we came from. They were also part of different clans. And, I picked up some stuff along the way.
Right. You were not drawing upon a deific power, and that is dangerous if not controlled. So, who is your patron? Who is your god? Or are your powers arcane?
Well, they're definitely not arcane, I guess. I mean,
Okay.
I guess I really don't know her name. She came to me, and she offered me the ability to help me in my task.
And she's, who'd you say, the Raven Queen?
That's what she went by.
And what does the Raven Queen ask of you in exchange for your powers?
Oh, she just wants me to free Silk.
She wants you to free the Dark Lady from what?
From her captivity.
She's a god. And
And she's in captivity? Well, that sounds good to me, actually.
yeah, I mean,
Actually, that's the reason why everyone believes her to be this dark being, is because of her captivity.
hey Ben, is the idea of her being the Dreadlord common knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, so we know that she's tied to the island.
Yes. Every priest is tutored in that.
Right. I just want to make sure I wasn't stepping that line.
You aren't.
So-
You're an Alana Spet, so you know all about her. This time, Lee
Right.
can act appropriately to this.
So
Shalley will kind
Still-
of twitch a little bit at the conversation and simply say, the speakers of the Eagles often say that we are all prisoners of our own device.
the Dark Lady can't be released from her connection to the island without destroying the island. They're one and the same. This is her eternal prison, her place. I don't understand how you would free her.
Well, Ash,
Free her from what?
Ash can give me a history. No, give me a religion check. I'm gonna give this at you at advantage.
Religion. It's been a long time since I've done what got her there.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my computer's very slow. Oh, one of those is a 19. It looks like 21.
Okay. Well, that's an amazing roll. Part of the conversation that you're saying, though, there is a small part that you are also aware of. Ancient history-wise, there was a movement led by a very famous hero, Thomas Lakewell, to rechange her beliefs. And the following that's out there, there are silk churches. They're split 50-50 between good intentions and bad intentions, which is linked to the way of use of magic. So
Point
those
of order,
of
that
her
was
following
Jarrett,
can
not
go back.
Thomas.
Sorry, Jared. So you have that aspect.
Still, from my perspective as a god of protectors, Silk is dangerous and generally evil.
She is mostly seen as dangerous, but just to let you know, there are intentions to change what can be done in religion. And you know as a priest that religion can actually be done, but it is a very, very near impossible ability to do so.
All right, so I guess my question then is, to what end? To what end do you want to see her free?
Well, to stop the persecution of her.
Okay. I don't even know how to respond to that. I really don't. So you don't know. So is this Raven Queen one of Silk's servants?
Well, She didn't come to me as a servant of silk. I don't know if she would be considered one, but she has let me know that the Dark Lady could be changed. It's possible. She was good when she was younger, and, you know, just the dark path is what was opened up. So that's not to say that gods can't be changed in their ways, and especially how we believe in them as followers.
I guess then the next question is, what do you see her as? What do you want her to be? Do you want her to be good again?
Well, yes, I would like this world to be not as dark as it currently is.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how I feel about those answers, but I have them. That's, thank you. Appreciate your honesty. Does
In
anybody
the
else have
end-
anything?
In the end, our comrade has said he wants good things for this world. We may not necessarily agree with his particular path, but we cannot fault his end goals. As long as you believe that those goals are accurate and truthful, then we should do anything we can to help them.
I will reserve judgment based upon his actions. How's that? He shows me where you want to go with this, and if you want to try and redeem Silk, I don't have a problem with that. I'd help with that.
So, I was told, I am being of the woods. I am nature and shadow. I can and will help protect Wellshire.
That's what the Raven Queen told you?
Yes.
All right. The Raven Queen at least has my interests aligned with hers with protecting Wellshire. So, curious if anybody else has anything they wish to share about what they may have been hiding to this point.
I don't like snakes.
I found some
You don't like
glasses.
snakes?
No. Snakes are bad.
Quicksand.
Snakes are bad. Yeah.
Snakes at court are very bad.
I don't think any of us have to deal with snakes at court, Lady Caddell.
I think-
oh, you're serious.
I think we're dealing with a nest of them.
I quite agree.
I mean, you use the word weird very loosely. I am just a tailor.
No, we are.
You're more than a tailor.
You're here. You're with us. We are dealing with a nest of them.
Does that mean
No.
Lady Caddell welcomes us into her house as what? Protectors? Participants? What are we?
Oh.
I am and I am a friend of hers, and I will help them. And I am a member of the Fox, and I will hold true to my word.
Yeah, but
I will
Mshala,
protect
you're
Wellshire.
everyone's friend.
No, I'm not a friend of the snakes.
Well, that's fair.
You shall be counted upon as my friends. I will give you as much as I am able to in court. Now, my father may balk at some of it. Certainly the steward will complain immensely and deny anything that I have to say besides me and Balin. But I would rather have friends among me than the snake. You know, if I have to deal with the snakes at court.
Meanwhile, I lean over to M. Shally and just tell him, like, don't worry, I got you if a snake comes. Don't worry.
Thank you. I may have said it poorly. I think what I was trying to say is you were with us when we engaged in this recent debacle and campaign. Whether you want to be part of this or not is no longer a choice. The Viper will not leave one of its prey anywhere. It will hunt and track us all down if we do not stop the Viper first. So you are with us whether you want to or not. Once you set out on the road with us, you became a part of this. That's not something you can take back now, so you might as well see it through.
Tomas, are you listening to this?
Yes. I'm listening. I'm ready. Snakes.
I mean, that's okay. You know what kills snakes, Tomas? Mongoose kill snakes.
Mongoose.
Or my short bow. No, just either or.
Yeah. I'm and my sword.
That's fair. That's fair.
I trained.
Well, let's not go crazy on the word trained.
I did.
He has been training rather well for his age.
We'll use it loosely, like loosely.
I fell in this thing, stumbled in this thing myself. I thought I had backup. I was supposed to have backup.
I have 3 words for you. Damn it, Tom.
So, Balin, come on. Cut me some slack.
No.
I mean, he's still young.
Not that young.
He's
You're
only
younger-
2 years younger than me.
You're younger than us, which means you're still young.
See, I'm your cousin, not your sister. I can do whatever the heck I want to you.
I noticed.
I'd feel bad, but I don't.
Noticed that too.
If I may, Thomas, I think what is being spoken about and joked about here is that in your life, as you grow, you're going to have to be better at noticing when people are being honest with you. You missed that. You believed in people. The evil is on them, not on you. But now you must learn from that.
Well, we better go to town and find out what that evil is doing.
I agree.
Who sent you out here and said that you were safe?
Look at him, Chalet, being social. So proud of you.
I was.
I'm very social.
Winston the Younger told me
Socially
that this
awkward,
was
generally.
some goblins that were messing around, and I went headstrong into this ambush. The Wellshire riders, who have been training with me and my friends, left me.
Is this the first time anything like that has ever happened with you?
Yes.
That you went on a mission and did not turn out the way you thought?
Yes, I have done this 5 other times. 2 were simulated. No, that was just a joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you lying right now,
No,
Thomas?
he's done. He's definitely done 5.
Ash, aren't you good at reading people? Is he talking serious?
Insight check.
I think we know what he's saying. Insight? I don't do insight. I do insight well. I do perception well.
No, this is an insight. Is he telling the truth?
I mean, I'm a good liar.
Looks
I
like
don't know
it'll
if he is.
be 15.
Well,
15.
you believe him because you can collaborate to at least 2 of the events where he did go out and he's dealt with goblins. You know the goblins are a normal menace to the Wellshire defenses. Mostly,
He's done it before. Yeah.
Your thing now that you think about recalling, the thing is most of the time they're just going after livestock. This is the first time with the note that you found that had something militaristic attached to it. They have never acted in that type of component against the town before.
Well, there's obviously conspiracy there to have it kidnapped, and that's obvious. We don't need to know that's out of the ordinary.
Thomas, question:
No,
have you ever?
Sorry. That's conspiracy wasn't for kidnapping. The conspiracy was to kill Tomas and his sister and his cousin, and us in addition to that.
So, while me and Kerowyn were gone, Thomas, did you ever have tricks played on you by the Wellshire, like, something where they couldn't be trusted? Like, this was a very big example of that.
No.
This is the first time they raised
I've,
a question.
I've had dinner with them. We eat together. We train together with the weapon master. I mean, we've rode out this 5 times before, and they have always had my back. I trusted their decision making and stuff. I just didn't understand what this plot is. I mean, we're talking people who are running the town. This is very different and very strange to what you're talking about.
Has there been any other townsperson or a friend, just something random that played a trick on you and, I didn't believe that. I couldn't trust that person. Something that could have just tricked you.
Well, I mean, Winston has, because he's a dick. But
Which Winston?
The younger. But that's common between me and him. And it was mostly because I was standing up for Kerowyn's reputation.
Good for you, Tomas.
Sure, thank you.
Well, he said you were off at a brothel. You were one of the prostitutes, so we fought.
That's why you didn't write back to me?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
You know very well I was not working at a brothel.
Working?
She was not participating.
Was this Kerowyn after hours?
What? You were at the brothel?
No. But getting back to business, you said you said Dennis?
Inside check.
You may roll it. Nice job, Nick.
While you're getting that insight check, in Thieves' Cant, Mshala is gonna ask Balin, what is a brothel?
I rolled a 12.
Well, you decide deception or perception. You may roll it on the dice so you can't see it pop up on the thing.
I already rolled my die, and I rolled an 11 plus 2 for deception, so that's a 13.
Well,
and you don't know.
It seems you can explain.
believe
It
her.
seems genuine or nervous, however you want to however you want to make him feel about the impression.
She appears nervous, but that's it. It could be because that whole thing was brought up, or it could be because maybe she visited. You don't know.
Okay.
I respond back to him, Shally, I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Yeah, don't, we'll go drinking. It's fine.
Tomas, you said Weapon Master. Did you say that Master Dennett, sent you on this mission or another mission?
No, he's been training me and the Wellshire riders.
Okay.
Winston the Younger said, "Hey, here's a mission that my father wants you to go do. These goblins have been harassing, and take the riders." And he did, because I never go out without the Wellshire riders, at least 2 of them. I've never been alone. And then when I went forward, Mark and Robai were not with me. I kind of got lost when I went into the cave. They were supposed to be right behind me, and then that's when they weren't there, and that's when I noticed that I was in trouble.
Alright, so the path forward. It sounds like Balin and Mshale are going to head to scout as we head toward the mansion. Is that what we're doing? Are we intending to confront Winston?
I mean, I prefer keep over mansion. I mean, mansion is just so presumptuous.
Well, it's more closer to a mansion or estate. It's not actually it doesn't have any castle walls or anything.
Still.
Or towers.
So, the estate. Sorry, my lady.
I'm ready to lead the way.
Now, Mshale and Balin, how are you guys going to notify us if there is something ahead that we should stop or slow down? I know you have calls. I know you do calls and stuff with the foxes, but I've never trained with them.
I can connect to Balin.
Connect.
So long as she doesn't go too far out of range, I can hear her thoughts.
Creepy.
I would not want that. Sorry, Balin.
Just
You know what? That's
hers?
fine. That's fine.
Can
You'll
you
be
hear
sorry,
my
but that's
thoughts?
fine. How far is the range, though?
Sure, make me run back to my computer.
Yes.
Well, that's on you for leaving your computer.
I know, but 60 feet.
That's not bad.
So if M. Shally goes first, sees any bad stuff, he can do his talk to me, whether it's a thieves' cant or go caw. I don't know, and then I'll let Kerowyn know that you guys can go forward. And if it's bad, I'll say, don't. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I mean, obviously, if you guys are somehow linked mentally, yeah, that's all you have to do is say don't or something similar.
Yeah, but I like flair.
Yeah, that's fair. You seem flary.
I have moments. So anyway, M. Shally, you ready to go first?
Ready?
Okay.
So I'll head off. My passive perception is a 21. Just let me know if and when I need to roll, Ben.
Okay.
How far from town are we?
You guys are about, was it about a half a day? So it's not going to take you long.
Okay.
I was basing that flare perception simply off of the dress that you had me make, that you could actually have weapons incorporated into.
All right. So the rest of so let me get this right. Mshal is going to go all by himself. How far
Yep.
away from the party?
I'm probably going to be about 60 or so feet ahead of Balin, who's going to be about 60 feet ahead of the party.
Okay. Who is leading so all the rest of you are together. Who's going to actually lead the party back? Because you're not going to see where he is to lead you. He's basically scouting.
I'll leave.
Lady Kerowyn in front, obviously, because she needs connection with Balin.
All right. Lady Kerowyn, what is your passive, or do you want to roll survival?
Say that again.
What is your passive perception, or do you want to roll survival?
Let's go with my passive, because that's 11, and my survival is -1.
She's supposed to lead this place? She's
want you
not
to
very
roll
wise?
I want you to roll a d20, because you haven't quite explained your skill set to anybody.
Nope.
Can I
Plus anything?
give her a bardic inspiration?
No, you didn't really realize this was coming.
Okay.
We didn't know she wasn't wise.
Yeah. we're not gonna metagame how badly this is going to turn. And if anyone ever watched streams of Spero, you will know that I had this part the first time we started playing, my brother literally led the party in circles for several sessions until they figured out they needed somebody new.
Okay.
Was that plus anything?
Tell me what you roll.
I rolled an 8.
Sweet. Okay.
Hey, Ben, I'm going to be keeping an eye out on everything, and my passive is 25, so if we end up going in circles, I'll know.
Will you, though?
Yeah, that's more of a survival skill.
For someone who stays mostly in town? The real outdoorsman in this whole group is actually Miles' character, Elian, in a way.
And Mshala, he's not too shabby.
Well, that guy decided to go off on his own.
Well, not on his own, but he's the head scout.
He's ahead only if we follow
60
him.
feet away from any party members who have no way of discovering him is considered on his own.
No, because Balin, I'm basically, it's like a daisy chain. I'm ahead of Balin, who's following me, and then the party should be following Balin.
Oh, Balin's also in between the group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Because I can speak to Kerowyn to let them know we can go.
Got you. Are you stealthing Balin?
I would like to be.
I would like to be as well.
Well, please roll stealth.
Okay.
That's you too, Levinica.
Ooh, that's an
So-
18.
Okay.
I'd say Ash, keep your eyes open.
That's a
And,
19.
And thank
Okay.
goodness I'm
I
I'm
always
at
keep my eyes
advantage.
open.
and Elian, just kind of do
Okay.
your
Who,
best to.
I'll do what I can.
Ash, where are you in the party?
I would try to place myself right in the middle of our group of people that are following.
Okay.
So I basically would tell people just kind of stay right around me, so if anything happens, I can respond to anything around us.
All right. Shali, you left the cave. You're heading out.
Yep,
You are stealthing. You're quietly moving through about the woods.
correct.
Exactly what are you doing as you're moving forward?
I'm stealthing, and specifically, I am not trying to hide myself from Balin. I'm just trying to walk a path that's going to keep me out of like far sight or what have you. I'm trying to be very quiet. I'm not necessarily trying to hide from sight from my party.
Okay. Reroll that stealth, because that would be considered disadvantage. Because in a way, you're trying to reveal yourself, but not
Okay.
fully, though.
Since I normally have advantage at stealth, would that be just a straight roll?
Straight roll, yep.
That's a 21.
Okay. So, and then
I still see you.
you're tracking everything through?
My tracking roll?
No, like, I'm just seeing where everything you're trying to make sure you're going on a... discovering anything in front of you, so to speak.
Right. Yep.
Okay. Balin, what are you doing?
I would be trying to check around for any new tracks or trails. Like how the other time, like I was able to tell with the horse prints, they were newer. That kind of concept.
Okay. Are you stealthing as well?
Yes.
Are you also trying to be seen by your group or no?
I'm going to say no because Kerowyn can hear my thoughts.
Okay. So are you at point telling her which direction you go and why you're looking around?
Yes.
All
So
right,
that way
then
they'll know which way to go. That's the safest.
I will give you an investigation check, but you're going to do it at disadvantage because you're trying to more or less pick up details to tell Kerowyn to lead the group.
Okay. Hold on. Nope, not that one. Not that one. How do I do disadvantage?
Still the same click on D&D Beyond if you
Yeah, if you hold
Yeah.
down on it.
Yeah, hold on it, and you can choose advantage or disadvantage.
So if I go to investigation, just hold on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Just
Okay.
hold down on the plus, whatever it is.
Oh, look at that. Okay. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay. 9.
Okay. So you're not picking up anything quite new from just going on, but you're leading pretty well. Jen, give me one more D20 roll.
Straight.
Pretty much.
4.
Okay, Balin, give me a perception roll.
Actual 20 plus 2.
Awesome. After about 15 minutes, you're in your mind having to like mentally scream to Kerowyn that you said right near the tree. That meant right, go right, not just go around the right tree or something, whatever. She's like 40 feet away from you right now.
All right. I'm trying. I don't think she can hear me.
I can hear you.
Well, make a sound or something. Jesus. Thought we were like related or something.
Ah!
All right. Mshal,
Yes.
give me a perception check.
I think you spent a little too much time at that brothel.
What brothel?
You know the one. You know the one.
No, 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 no.
24.
Okay. Your distance between you and Balin is getting a little, for some reason, is being delayed.
I'll slow down.
Okay. So, as a moment, it takes a bit to get caught up. Then, in your perception, somebody you think something is watching you from probably about 25 feet to your right.
If I can see them, if I can notice them, can I get Hunter's mark on them?
No.
Okay.
Both of you, it's more of a, I kind of know presence there. You think they know your presence kind of there, but neither one of you can kind of seem to identify each other. Because remember, you're still stealthing.
I'm going to hold position, and I am not going to whistle. I'm going to assume that as soon as Balin can see me in a crouched position, she'll know that I have stopped, and I'm going to try to locate this whatever's watching me, or whoever's watching.
Balin, looks like it does. Give me an insight check, please.
Okay.
And I'll give you advantage because you guys have a backstory together.
And I know how to do that now. 19.
You definitely can sense that Chalet has picked up on something. Something's concerning. He's not moving at normal stealth that he was doing before.
Am I still within range of Kerowyn?
Yes. You stopped and picked her up, so.
Okay. Don't go nowhere. Just chill right now.
Which I'll, hand signal to the party and then go shh.
Okay.
But I would like to detect thoughts. Which I'm trying to find the range.
feet.
Oh, yeah, 30 feet. Never mind. I won't do it.
Okay.
Negative.
All right, Chalet, how do you like to proceed to this?
I think it's probably another perception check would be my guess to locate whoever's tracking us.
Okay, go ahead.
If we're stopped and people are looking worried, I'm obviously going to start picking up my perception as well.
Okay.
That's a 16.
You know it's humanoid, but you can't tell what.
Okay.
And Ash, you don't think anything's around you.
Okay. But I'm still going to keep an eye out around us.
I'm just letting you know you feel pretty safe.
So I would say to him, Chadley, that do you want me to come up towards you a little more? I'd have to let Kerowyn know I'll be out of range, but I'm in the middle here. Where should I go?
What are you doing? How are you doing this talking?
Well, in our
Thieves' Camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that little thing that we do.
I would say hold.
Okay. Hold it.
I'm going to... I'll stand up and make myself very obvious.
Okay.
And basically act as though I've made some kind of error or mistake. Though I'm doing this to be seen. I'm figuring if I'm obvious, they'll be less inclined to be as good. And like if I act like I'm green and not good at this, then they'll think they don't have to work as hard. So maybe I'll have a better shot of marking them. And I will say to Balin, stay put. And again, in Thieves' Camp.
Within 30 seconds, the form also stands, and you recognize Britt. And she says, "Where the hell you been?"
We were out. What's the word from town?
I don't know. I've been out here looking for you. Just disappeared for a whole day. Or a whole night, I should say.
Fear not. It was important.
You let us know if you're going to do an overnight.
I'm supposed to.
I've been looking around for you all day. All night, I should say. Where are the others?
They're safe. They're not far. I'm scouting ahead.
Oh, makes sense.
Has anybody else come back to town?
Well, I've only met the riders. That's all that's been out here.
How many?
3.
Did they say anything?
Yeah, they told me if I found you to come back and report.
Huh. Did they say they were... Did
Bailey,
they say
you
they were...
see this woman coming to him, so you recognized Britt. She was the one that told you that Thomas was missing.
Okay.
You really may not know her name, but you do recognize the woman.
So I would want to tell Kerowyn, though, that whoever we see, Shally seems to know, and I recognize her, so it's not immediate danger that I know.
Did they, did they say they were looking for us, or they just said that we were out there and you needed to look for us?
What?
When the riders came back, what did they say about us specifically?
Said you were on a mission, wait for you to come back. That was pretty much it. But they didn't seem like I don't know, weird, I guess. It didn't seem like they cared if you were going to come back or not. That's why they left me out here. Arses.
Have you talked to anybody?
Just those 3, I told you.
Okay.
What the frick's the deal, Shally? You're acting really weird.
There are problems.
Problems?
I'm not at liberty to go into a lot of
Is
details.
Thomas hurt? Badly?
He's fine.
You took the priest with you, right?
Yes.
Alright then, what's the problem then?
Can I hear what they're saying?
Yeah,
Am I
they're
too
not
far
being
away?
quiet.
Okay, can I do an insight check on her?
Yeah, but it'll be a disadvantage because you're pretty far away.
Okay, I'll take it.
Can we hear them talking in the main group?
No.
6.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
As far as
going
you
on.
can tell, seems pretty clueless of what's going on.
Okay.
There's a lot going on, but there are people in town who cannot be trusted, and I think those 3 riders are among them.
What do you mean can't be trusted?
There is a serpent in the hen house.
I'm Shally, though the royal fucking guard. You can't be telling me they're not being trusted. Otherwise, this is a real shit.
What I am telling you is, I trust the people that I am scouting for now, and I am choosing to trust you. You must not tell anybody that we have returned until we have made sure the threat is gone. I will speak to my father myself, and he will not admit to anyone that he has seen me. And you cannot admit to anyone that you have seen me or any in our party.
Well, I'm gonna go back to town with you. I'm gonna let your father know.
You're not going to go anywhere. If you go back to town, they'll know we're back. You need to stand to this post.
I'll take you back with me. We'll go together, Shally. I hate to tell you, you're not really much of a leader, Shally. You're a good soul, but I trust your father's decision more than yours.
I'm not a leader. But Lady Kerowyn is. And she said no one is to know.
Well, we'll take your friends and the lady back to your father. Then we'll make the decision there. I won't report to the three riders. Whatever the shit you're going on. I understand that.
Britt, those 3 riders went out with us, and they were supposed to save Thomas with us. They took our horses, and they left.
Well, I'm no politician. I don't understand what the fuck's going on with that. But your father will.
They sold us out.
To who?
Kidnappers.
Well, did you find goblins in there?
We found and killed goblins in there.
Well, that's good.
And those goblins were paid and under orders.
This is getting dark, Shally. I don't like it.
I need you to go ahead, make sure that the way is clear. Nobody else can know we're coming. I'll follow, the group will follow me. We need to make sure we're not seen. I'll be 30 paces behind you.
You need a persuasion check. And I'm going to have you do it at disadvantage because she doesn't quite believe in your leadership skills.
Well, that's a 7.
Okay. She walks by and goes, Charlie, I'm sorry, I'm going to check with the ladies myself then. And Balin, you see her brush past Charlie and look like she's going in your direction.
Okay. Well, I would, if she's coming straight towards me, I would stand up and say, I'm one of those ladies. Want to talk to me?
Suppose I am.
What the fuck is going on? Someone insulted Shally and now I'm pissed. What do you need to know?
I want to know what this trust situation's going. This is really dangerous with the riders.
Yeah, that's why we're having trust issues.
And who are they working for then?
So Brit's now out in the open, and we can see her clearly from where we're at.
Yes, now you guys can. She's moved up to her.
I'm gonna go up to Lady Kerowyn and say, would you like me to persuade her to go away? Obviously, I don't know what's going on up there with Balin, so.
I don't know what's going on yet either.
Then
Give me a second.
I'm scanning to see if there's anybody else around.
Okay.
I don't understand why you can't trust Shally to be a leader if I'm telling you he's leading our group right now. And if he tells you you should have stayed here, you should be staying here.
Shally's a nice man, but he stumbles into some problems, Balin. I'm just trying to keep you safe. I'll take you to his father, and then all things will be good.
I don't need you to keep me safe.
I know the woods very well.
So does Shally. I'm trusting him. Our party is trusting him.
We can both go, is all I'm saying. I'm not separating you.
Then you will take Shally's lead.
I guess by technicalities, you are the ladies, so very well. I'll follow along.
And she turns around, I'm like, yeah.
Okay. She'll take, you see her kind of move away from Balin and kind of take probably like 10 feet away from Shally, but looking to follow you. Are you fine with that, Lewinica?
Yep.
Okay.
Matt, I think you're muted.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Yeah. So Ben, I'm gonna move up and shadow Brit and keep an eye on her, and I want to do it kind of stealthily so that, I mean, I don't want to disappear, but I don't want to draw her attention that I'm doing it.
So you're gonna go get into the forward leading scout group now? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. Yep. I want to be where I can see what she's doing. I want to be close enough that I can react to what she's doing, but I don't want to draw her attention that I'm doing that.
Okay, I guess stealth check to hide yourself.
Where's Thomas in the lineup in the back? Is he
He's in the middle of the group because I imagine you guys don't trust him to do anything.
That's what I was hoping you were going to say, because if he wasn't, I was going to push him into the middle and say, stay next to Ash.
I figured you've already done that.
If he hadn't said it, I was going to say the same. Yeah, stay right here, Thomas.
Okay.
There's my good old dice. Just a 9.
Okay. So you guys see the captain of the guard is now kind of up in the grouping of Shally, what was I just named this character? Brit, Balin. So it's the 4 of them are out there in the lead. That will not help you.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure Dulce should be up there with the scouts I feel like he's not really suited for that. Or at
I
least
was
it
thinking the
seems
same
that way right
thing.
now.
You need that stealth roll?
No. You pretty much have gotten past that. You pretty much are going through the woods. You and Britt seem, in the way she's moving, pretty much figure out there's not going to be anyone to see you because she seems to know there's nobody else out here. And
Okay.
you pretty much are starting to get the impression from her, because you've worked with her before, that
Yeah.
the foxes must be somewhere else. Remember, there's only
Eight of us. Or
Yeah.
something like. I guess I'm going to be as trusting as possible, but this whole ordeal has made me somewhat paranoid, and so I'm going to specifically be looking to see if there's anybody that, like, basically, is she leading us into an ambush?
you're leading.
Well,
She's
okay.
following you.
Oh, she's following me. In that case, I'll just go head straight home.
So, quietly speaking, but M. Chalet, Miss Balin, I want to get their attention. We're going to keep moving forward. Keep your eyes open. And while I'm doing that in Thieves' Cant, I'm going to say you do realize she's the one that initiated this assassination trap on us.
I say absolutely nothing because I don't know. I guess, do I know if she knows Thieves' Cant or not, Ben?
You know she doesn't know Thieves' Cant.
Okay. I will say simply this, that in Thieves' Cant, that I am well aware. I'm well aware who told us the sun was rising.
Right. So let's just keep the sun at our back. Let's be nice and safe. Don't let any of the other riders out there know that we're out and about.
When we get towards or close to my father's home, I will kind of bring us around so we're coming from a way that would not be easily noticed by others, kind of like a basically back door kind of thing, and basically scout the location to make sure there's nobody else around that I can see before I approach.
You see Kurt working on some, looks like weapon cleaning in the back of the house.
Okay.
Britt's gonna go past you like she's gonna go announce herself.
You need to make sure Kurt goes away so he doesn't see us approach the house. Find a way to get him out front. We'll come in the back.
Very well. Britt goes
Say nothing of us.
Britt goes out and to go see Kurt. There's some exchange. Does anybody have the observant feat?
I believe.
I think Ash does.
I believe so.
I believe I do.
I believe that's the one.
Believe it or yes?
I think that's the one I got. Yes, I do. I was checking.
I do.
Yes,
Okay,
observe
so
it.
Observe it.
So, Britt goes. She tells Kurt that she'll take over watching the house. He's all good to go. You can go ahead and get some food and drink. Kurt goes, "Oh, that's all right. I've no problem staying." He's like, "No, I got you. Don't worry about it. You'll owe me a favor later." He's like, "Fine, very well. I mean, shit, Raj's not here to tell me anyways." So he drops the weapons and the cleaning cloth, and he pretty much looks like he goes in the house. About 5 minutes later, you hear the front door open and close again. So it looks like he left. And Britt's hanging pretty much in the backyard waiting for you guys to show up.
Okay. We'll go in and get inside the house as fast as possible so nobody's outside and can be observed.
Okay. You're home. It's just you and you don't see your father.
I'll make sure, like, basically get water and stuff so everybody can kind of clean up from the trail. Make sure they have some quick snacks or whatever, not snacks, but some quick food to eat, and then basically, I guess at this point, if my father's at home, we'll have to find out where he is.
How you gonna find out?
I'm asking.
Asking who?
The group. I mean, basically, basically, I got us here. That's what I do. If my father was here, I could start a conversation, but he's not here. As far as finding him, I don't know how to do that without getting caught, because that means going to town or figuring out where he might
I also
be.
didn't add from my part. I think your mother is still alive.
Yes.
What does she do?
She's
a shaman.
She's a shaman.
Yeah, she's a shaman, but of our people. So she's basically around the house. She doesn't have a specific job, but she does omens and things of that nature.
Okay. Well, both your parents are not home. What was your mother's name?
Do I have that?
Collaborative world building. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Hang on.
I'm sure I have it somewhere. I'm gonna say.
You have it?
Karen. Her name is Karen.
Karen. That's gonna be bad for you if it's Karen. Okay, while he's looking that up, others can now. He's opened the floor. You're in his house, or the house of the lead fox, Wellshire fox. You have one of the scouts with you, Britt. You sent another away that you heard of. His name is Kurt. And Braj is not there. So it is before early afternoon, so about 11 o'clock. He could be scouting. You're not really sure what his mother would be doing at this moment.
Ishara is her name.
All right.
We've basically enlisted the help of Brit at this point. Perhaps it's time to extend that trust a little further.
No, we do not trust her.
Not without a bit of conversation yet.
Is she inside with you, or you guys keep her? Or you want to stay outside and watch?
I assume somebody would be expected to be outside, so I assume she would stay outside.
Yeah, that's what she's assuming. So she's out in the back lawn.
Okay, great. I'm gonna walk out to the back lawn.
Okay.
And as I approach her, I'm going to cast Charm Person.
Okay.
Need a Wisdom roll.
Can I just get a dice on this thing? No, I need a character. What is your DC?
16.
Okay. Okay.
You bastard.
Well, she's a sly fox. She goes, "Greetings, Yoshiro. What can I do for you? You're not trying to pull your ways again on me, are you?"
Oh, but of course. You're such an attractive woman. Why would I not?
Well, you can do it with the silks that you make, but not with your little words that you usually use.
That's understandable. How are the garments treating you?
Good. They're holding up.
To the treatment that you put them through?
Yes. Just a little mud in here. They wash good. So what the hell's going on? What's this trust shit that's going on?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I walk into Lady Kerowyn's mansion, and suddenly I'm jaunted off to look for her brother. And you sent us to look for him. How'd you know he was in trouble?
Winston told me.
Winston? Which Winston?
The younger. I don't really talk to the older.
That's fair. I don't see the older
I'm
around.
a wee small fox in this little pond here.
Can we hear this conversation from inside?
If you want to listen to the door, yeah, you can. Well, sir.
Yeah.
So, who else did you tell when we left?
It was just the 3 riders that were there.
The 3 riders that left with us?
Well, all the riders were out there. They just told me to sit and wait. I told this all to Shali. So Mark, Robai, and then Win, they were all there. Those are the 3 that told me to sit and wait. But they had a very weird attitude. They're pretty much asses anyways, but you know, it didn't seem like... It seemed like there was an inside joke to it. But I waited overnight. And we don't stay overnight. That was rare. That's what's getting me a little concerned. And then you guys talk about thrust.
Did you not notify Raja that Mshale was gone for the night?
I was worried. I was looking around. I couldn't find where you guys went. I'm not just going to leave. You could have been in danger.
That's true. But you didn't come looking for us.
I was looking. Where were you?
I guess we were out too far, huh? I don't really know what the patrol routes are for you foxes. That's not my gig.
No, you're really a tailor, so I was looking. And the fact you seem pretty well.
Oh, I'm always well. I mean, look at my clothes.
But I'm not just going to leave. You took the captain of the guard with you. And the holy priest.
Well, I didn't take them. I mean, they kind of just
well, the
went along.
The ladies did. But I see you have Thomas, so there's some good things to all of this.
Absolutely. I mean, I would do what it took to keep Thomas alive.
Well,
as I assume you would as well.
Maybe, well, if there's some issues going on, do you want me to get your brother?
Not yet. I think I'll let Thulsa talk to my brother.
Oh. Okay. What's his part in all this? Is he going to do anything?
Who, Thulsa?
He is the captain of the guard.
Oh, he is. And I'm sure he'll have a stern word when he gets back. But, you know, I don't really know where the captain of the guard versus the knights of the manor really stand. I mean, who's in charge? Who am I to say?
You're acting like a sarcastic arse yourself.
That's fair.
Fair?
I'm in good spirits. I mean, I made it home alive.
Have you been drinking again?
Not this time. Ian didn't even bring anything with us.
Well, I'm sure he's reporting something or telling some total tale.
This should give him a interesting tale to tell at the tavern.
Well, I hope to hear something. I'm not getting anything.
That's fair. So you really didn't hear anything else after we left,
I stayed out in
or
the
even
woods.
before?
What do you want? You want me to go into town to find something information-wise for you?
Yes, actually.
All right.
Could
well,
you
stay out
possibly
here.
go find Braja?
Is that your brother?
No, Braja is
Braja.
the name of Shale's father.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't think he'll be in town. He'll probably be outside of town.
Could you possibly? Do you think you could scout and bring him back to us?
I'll go looking for him if it's this important. But you stay out here. It's part of
But
our
I
plan.
do need you to stay under the radar.
I won't
I know you can do that
I
well.
won't mention you're all hiding in the house. My lips are sealed. I can't believe you're
Fantastic.
telling me to not talk when the person who talks all around town is you. I find that a bit ironic.
I mean, you know, that's me and Ian's thing. I mean,
Yeah.
he talks more than I do, though.
Then why don't you send his ass out there and find him?
Because talking's not going to find what we need.
How
Not
do
this
you
time.
know? The boy's got the silver forked tongue.
This is true. But right now, I think we need the tracking skills to find Mshale's father. Swiftly. Not.
I gotta wonder
Not
why you
in
never
some manner.
decided to stay in the military. This tailor's life doesn't seem to suit you.
It's a lot more fun. I get around.
Well, I don't know I'm listening to you, but I'm gonna go. You stay out here.
Oh, I appreciate the help.
Ash,
but-
you see Britt take off from the conversation.
She's pretty much wearing her emotions on her sleeve at this point, too, about the whole conversation, it seems like.
And I didn't even have to use persuasion.
Well, you did try to charm her. Okay.
All right. So what's the next intention of the plan? We got several things we need to do here. The first off, we cannot let that fox leave and report the fact that we're alive still.
Which fox?
That fox is leaving.
The fox that just left?
Yeah.
I assumed the
Going to
conversations
find
would
Sally's
happen
father.
concurrently. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thos is having this conversation while apparently I'm having the conversation I just had.
Mm-hmm. He's telling him not to leave the minute while you're having the failed charm, and then telling her to leave.
because that's the young lady that sprung this whole trap on us. So we got to watch out for her until we know where she's at. I suspect she's in the steward's pocket.
I
That's
think
what I was
you
trying to
might
tell
be.
you.
I think you might be seeing more than there is to see. She said that she was told by the younger, and she was told in front of others, and she just came to us right away.
But why would she come to us at all or not us? She came to Lady Kerowyn and Miss Balin.
Because the plan
Neither-
was
Neither
For
of those
them.
ladies are part of the city structure yet. There was
The
no
plan-
reason to go to them.
because they were trying to get them to go after Thomas. They knew that they would care, they would go, and whoever was close to them would go with them, and they assumed we would fail to succeed and thus all be dead.
Right. But a fox would know that there was no reason to go to Miss Balin or Lady Kerowyn to start, because they have no connection at this point to the way that the city operates.
Except they were told to go to them. So if the leader of the town or one of the elders or leaders or important people in the town order you to do something, you do it. If you're told to go to Lady Kerowyn, you go to Lady Kerowyn. Whether you agree with that or not doesn't matter. It's the order.
I'll be honest, I am suspecting Winston's, plural, far more than I am suspecting their messenger at this point.
Well, they've obviously got their fingers in all the different pies. So we
They've
have
got
to
fingers
assume
in all
some of
the pies.
There's pie?
some- we have to assume some of the town guard are working for him. We have to assume some of the foxes are working for him. And a fox was the one that came and initiated this whole debacle.
Debacle?
Charlie pulls on Balin's sleeve. What is a debacle?
We'll talk about it when I tell you about a brothel.
Okay.
I'm saying we just can't trust her until we interrogate her and know for sure if we can trust her.
We have to extend some trust somewhere to move forward. Somebody has to go find my father. We can't obviously do that. So we have to send her, and at least that gives us the ability to speak freely.
Well, your father's probably in town because before we left, we raised the alarm and left the guard trying to reinforce the gates and the ways into town.
Wherever he may be, she's going to get him. That could be some time. So we can spin our wheels.
Well, we need to leave before they come back because, again, we can't say for sure that she isn't working for them and she isn't running right to them to tell them where we are.
At a certain point, we're going to have to stand in one spot and wait to see what happens. I know this land and I know my father's house. This would be the safest place if they were going to come for us, for them to come. And with that, I actually lift up, pull out like a panel, and like where there's like extra arrows, and in like 3 or 4 different panels in the back, and like there's even a couple extra bows. There are weapons kind of like just like stashed, and then I can actually say, and there are arrows stashed at various places around the property. We can defend this place if need be.
Yeah, but
Balin's
Lady
eyes go really
Kerowyn's
big.
mom and dad ain't here. Miss Balin's aunt and uncle aren't here.
So, rather than point out all the problems, do you have a course of action you think we should take?
Well, same thing I said before in the cave. We need to go find the actual lord of the city and make sure that he's safe and his wife is safe, Lady Kerowyn's mother and father, because they're the ones actually in charge. The steward right now has made a play on the kids. He's got to take out the parents too if he really wants to hold control of the city. And it has to happen all kind of at the same time, or there's going to be questions.
Father and mother are at the estate.
So you would say we should just march over to the estate and say hi.
Well, I'm saying we got to be sneaky about it, but we got to get to them. We got to get to the actual, nobles in charge, because right now their lives are in danger if they're not already dead, because nobody's really talked to them in weeks.
Thomas, when was the last time you saw your parents?
Just the morning I went out.
I was just about to ask, Ben, when was the last time I saw my parents?
Same time.
Okay. They may have been reclused in the house for weeks, but they were alive yesterday morning. Now, I don't know why they've been reclused. They are of an odd sort. Very slightly rolling her eyes.
Your father's been very detached from you since you've come back. You haven't seen him a lot. He hasn't spent a lot of time with you.
The steward's been kind of cutting out your parents from the running of the town, so nobody is really dealing with your parents no more. He steps in on everything and makes sure everything goes through him.
On one hand, I'm not terribly surprised.
What do you think we should do? Like, plan of action.
Well, plan of action, in my mind, as I said, is to find a way to sneak into the manor house and get a meeting with the lord and the lady, because right now I'm sure they don't know what's going on either. I'm sure not only has the steward been cutting us away from them, but he's been cutting them away from us.
How would you propose we do that then? How would you propose we sneak into the manor house that's under guard by your men who recognize everybody in this house here, or most everybody in this house? Sorry, gentlemen, that they don't know.
Well, the town guard don't really work inside the manor house so much. It's the royal guard that takes care of that. But Ben, I'm sure, being the man that I am, I have considered how I would prevent people from breaking into the manor house at some point. So how would I do it?
How would you prevent people from getting in there?
Well, I'm sure that I've gone through, in an investigatory type of sense, looking over the property and keeping an eye out on those types of things. So I should also know how I would, make a move to get in if I was trying to stop myself, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Well, if you
reverse engineer my
recall
thinking.
Information, you probably had an argument with the steward because there are no fences on the estate, and it has lots of windows. It is a burglar's delight in every aspect that you can think of. you can go through the back door, which is the back door to the kitchen is quite open most of the time. Elian could tell you that because he has gone in most of the time unannounced until he's met the cook. And any of the windows pretty much could probably be broken into. None of them have any type of security bars on them. They simply go about the fact that the 6 Wellshire riders and the weapon master are in the house. And Thomas is now trained that they would do any protection. But there aren't any walls around Wellshire either. So everything is done by individual people patrolling at an individual time.
So
trying to get her to put walls up.
As a manor house, there's really no security on it. I mean, servants come and go at all times. The back of the house is pretty wide open. There's only 6 real guards patrolling it because those are the royal guard, so to speak. Tomas sometimes helps out, of course, and the old weapon master of the house. I wouldn't want to go up against him in a fight. I suspect that his presence just holds off a lot of the younger thievy types. But I'd say if we could get to the house undetected, then we could easily get in the back through the servants' areas, which Winston and Winston Jr. generally don't go to because they're too uppity for that.
Right, and everybody between here and there and inside the house recognizes all of the faces. We're going to put cloaks on and hide our faces?
I mean, there's never mind. I'm not in this.
Actually, at this point, if I'm conversing, you're probably done your conversation.
That's fair. But you're supposed to stay outside.
I mean,
Oh.
Inside the grounds of the manor house, we have James and Jim, the horse master and his son.
Right. Well, if Ash is worried about us, being detected, then it's really just a straight up get them. We got to get in there and get to your parents, make sure that the steward hasn't tried to off them already.
You know how if you're wrong, or if we stop it before it happens, you know how this is going to look, right? It's going to look like we came charging or sneaking into the house. Oh my God, everybody is out to kill you, and then nothing happens, and Winston the Elder plays innocent and coy, and we're the assholes.
I would agree with that. If you feel we really need to go to the manor house and check on the nobles, I'll escort the ladies back as a member of the clergy. They won't bat an eye that I'm there to protect the 2 of them as they're walked home, and they can go speak to their parents.
Miss Kerowyn, Miss Balin, you do what you want. I'm just a servant of the town, and I'm here to serve your family. I'll follow your lead. But just up front, I told you so.
Well,
Really?
Pleasant.
You went there?
I'm not saying that you're right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying is that if you're wrong, we're the assholes in this. Now, growing up with Winston, I know that he's a shit and he's a dick and he can twist words, and he's gonna, if we're off by a millisecond on this, he is going to twist everything in his favor. I'll be the crazy one. I'll be the one that has to be under lock and key because, oh my God, she might say stupid shit. I'm not worried about myself. I'm just, because I know Winston's a shit. I'm just worried about if we're off. If you're wrong or if we're off by a minute.
All right, so why aren't there 6 royal guards and at least like 10 of the town guard out here looking for us now, because he's already reported you dead.
I do not disagree with that statement.
And if you show up, then he's got to make you dead, because he's already said it.
No, I think at that point he placed was mistaken and bad reports, and he got bad intelligence, and he's so happy to see the ladies and Tomas back.
Exactly.
He's smooth.
It's
almost
if
better to
you make
walk
it
up
to
and
the
go, "Here
manor
we are."
house.
If we make it to the manor house, or if enough people see us in town, that's, I think, our key. If enough people see us in town and celebrate the glorious return of Tomas, if they've made announcements in town that we're dead, and we parade through town loud as can be, and everybody, if everybody has heard that, then we've already proven Winston wrong, and he can't touch us at that moment in time.
That is the
All the
safest course of
more,
action.
all the more reason to wait for my father. So we know what they said.
Oh, I agree. We need intel. We totally need intel. I'm just saying, depending upon what the intel is, we got to play things just right.
Yajiro, what is your perception?
My passive perception is 12.
Okay. Roll me a perception then, please.
Oof. 16.
Someone's
My
coming
passive.
around the bend.
Like on horseback, or like
Foot.
running, or
Nope, just foot walking.
someone is coming around the
What do you do?
bend. I'm gonna move toward the door.
Okay.
And kind of get inside it a little bit and just watch where that direction, where they're coming from.
Stealth.
Nine.
Okay. And sure, two of the city guard make it around the corner, and they spot you.
So, you said the city guard, right?
Yes.
Is either one of them my brother?
No.
Okay. But they know me.
Yeah.
Or they should.
Yajiro.
Hey, what's going on?
What are you doing in Braj's house?
Bert and Bob. I don't know what their names are.
You recognize them as Oscar and Steiner.
Oscar and Steiner.
Were either of these ones that were with us before?
Nope.
What am I doing in Braja's house?
Yeah.
I was invited here by Ishara, but I'm not exactly sure where they went because they're not here.
Oh, the foxes are scouting.
Oh, what are they scouting for? Were they sent out?
Yeah.
For what?
I don't know.
Okay. Have you seen Tulsa?
Not lately. We had orders to start watching the town, but something's going on over the east side.
Over on the
That
east
doesn't
side.
change the subject. Why are you in there just hanging around the door? Keep it closed.
Well, I was just checking inside to see if they were here. I realized that they weren't. Thus, what I just said to you, Oscar.
We all hear this.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
he's yelling at him.
I'm gonna motion to everybody to get out of the way of the windows and be
my bad.
silent. I'm gonna knock an arrow and
So-
be prepared.
Are you guys heading back to town then? Or are you continuing your patrol?
They're just patrolling the streets.
Alright, so where's my brother?
Huh? He's on the east side.
So he's on the east side, and the problem's on the east side.
Some of it. The scouts went everywhere. The foxes.
Alright, and you
Just
don't know
don't
what this
steal
is
anything.
about?
I don't want to write a report later, okay? Yujiro.
Oh, I don't steal stuff.
Is Ian
That's not
with
my
you?
thing.
Is Ian with you?
No, Ian's back at the tavern. Last I saw him.
Deception check.
$21.
Alright. Well, if you're not with Ian, then you're probably not going to steal anything. You're probably telling the truth this time. Alright.
I haven't had
I don't
anything
want to
to
write a
drink.
report.
You got it. So
Yeah.
I'll head back and see what my brother's up to, because if you guys don't know what this is about, then you need to figure out what this is about.
You know they don't tell us shit. You go guard over there. You go walk these streets.
Well, I mean, that is kind of part of being the city guard, so I get
Yeah.
it.
You think the captain's gonna, like, let us know every little detail?
Well, when it's important, I tend to think that he does.
Nothing important ever happens around here. He just gets to ruffle up and act all big and honcho.
Yeah, I suppose Thulsa does tend to show his plumage every now and then, but
You
I gotcha.
think? You think? Alright, well, we gotta go. And they walk by.
Fantastic. I will slowly walk in the other direction until they're out of sight.
Okay. Head back
What's
down.
on the east side of town?
That's where the estate is.
And that's where we were supposed to come in. Originally.
I'll circle back around.
Okay.
It's also where we left when we ran out. We were going to the east because that's where the goblin attack was happening.
Well, that all makes a whole lot of sense.
Thulsa, so
Right now, if there's something going on, we can wait for my father to come back, or we can go as a group to the east and find out what's happening there.
So it seems like at least Oscar and Steiner don't know what's going on in Thulsa. And they've been given orders by probably Winston.
Well, if you recall, when we left, I sent, the militia to watch the east side because we were going to the east where the goblin attacks were happening. They probably haven't received new orders other than keep watching out. So that should make sense.
Okay. Well, that's good. So, in that case, maybe he hasn't quite penetrated your people, the city guard.
Well, I'm sure somebody's working for him. I mean, that's how I'd run it. I'd want at least one eye in every little group so, we can keep an eye on things, especially with this whole idea of some kind of red order. That doesn't really, sound like a friendly social group.
Do you trust anyone in your life?
I trust all sorts of people, but right now I just have to assume that at least someone is working for Winston in this whole plot to kill us thing.
So how do we play, guys? Do we sneak or do we walk straight through town, pretty as you please?
I'm not
Yeehaw,
very
the
pretty.
re-
I say we have
the
Ian
hero.
put on a show in the town square.
Is that what we want to do?
I will say sneaking is not necessarily something I'm good at or adept at.
I'm terrible. at
Or do we send somebody ahead sneakily and the rest of us yeehaw the returning heroes?
it. Balin and Chalet. I'd say
I think
send them
Balin
ahead.
and I can go and can hide our approach while the rest of you do go overtly.
And then the question is, how overtly?
I'd say we do the whole shebang. You know how it works, Ian.
What's a shabam?
Oh, I think we should walk into town and have Ian introduce that Lady Kerowyn is back. Just make a festival of it.
I think based on what Dulce has said, we should make our way straight to keep the estate, but not hide your presence. So if people ask, say who you are, say that you're headed home. Go with her, Lady Kerowyn, to home. Balin and I will sneak our way along the way. It should make it easier if you are a distraction for us to do so they will not know we're all together, and that way we can kind of follow in behind you all, and basically be a surprise element.
Shali,
Well, especially with the
there's somebody looking in the window.
And who is it?
You can't see. It's kind of blurry.
I can't see.
It's blurry. You just notice that there's a head in the window.
Without turning, I want to see if I can identify them.
Okay. It's going to be disadvantage because it's pretty blurry type of windows that are used at your house.
And is it perception at this point?
Yes.
Oh man, why did it have to be disadvantage?
Because it being hard.
Rolled myself right out of a natural 20. That's an 11.
You're not sure, but it's definitely a person.
Okay.
Gonna run out and see him.
Well,
Say
you don't
hello.
notice it, just Ash.
Oh,
Ash
got
and
it.
Amshala. That was the passive perception that's getting it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna, in Thieves' Cant, tell Balin to sneak out. There's somebody outside the window.
Okay.
Roll me a
Ben,
stealth.
did you say I noticed too?
Yes, your perception is that high as well.
Oh, so can I get a look to see if I can see who it is looking in?
Same thing, disadvantage.
So what am I
I get
doing?
advantage.
You're doing a stealth roll.
Okay. Just plain stealth?
Plain stealth.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm assuming they saw me because I clocked them, even though I'm not able to really tell who they are from my angle. So if somebody else does the sneaking around, then they're there. I am still prepared. Like I have an arrow knocked, by the way, Ben.
I got a 7.
My perception was 13.
Okay, you know there's someone out the window, but you don't know who it is. You think you're getting out, but by the time you get to the door, you guys now see that the head just disappeared. They saw Balin.
I will move right to the window and open it, see if I can catch him.
Give me a strength check.
I'm gonna move with him since I've noticed the figure move as well.
You will have advantage now.
That's a 15.
You have advantage. Well, 15 doesn't matter. You open it. You and Balin see looks like a small foot dart to the front of the house.
A small what now?
Foot.
Small foot?
Someone ran.
Can I try and run after it?
Yeah.
Is that athletics?
Just do a Constitution roll.
I'm gonna follow as well.
It's gonna get you a bit to go out the door.
I'm gonna go right out the window. Acrobatics.
Dex, give me an acrobatics roll then.
I'm gonna go to the front door to leave because
That's
I don't
a
have any of that.
24.
Okay. Well, Shali does his best Dukes of Hazzards and goes out the window.
Yeah, I go to the front door.
Just a good old boy.
Constitution was a 6.
Okay, whatever it is, quick. As you pretty much
I
get
wanted
out
to chase it.
through the window, Balin there, you see the foot. Looks like it went through a couple of houses right across the street.
I want to run after it.
Yeah, that is pretty quick, and I'm fairly fast.
Okay. Both of you roll again each roll Constitution checks. Add your bonus to whatever modifier is.
I can see them basically going in pursuit.
Yes, you see them going into the alley.
hot pursuit.
15.
I'm not gonna follow them. I'm gonna turn around and say, I think we've been outed at this point.
Okay.
You said Constitution check?
Yep.
No, I did athletics. Hang on, let me roll the right one.
I'm not a runner. I wear
That's an
too much
18.
armor
That's
for
an
that.
18.
Okay. As the form was, you guys ran very quick and hard. You get to the other side of the street, and both of you grab a little arm of this little small child that you recognize as Camilla Larson. She's the daughter of Elna of the general store. Charlotte, you know her pretty well because you often give her honey candy.
Camilla?
Ow! 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 Rough!
I will definitely release the strength of my grip.
Okay. Balin?
Camilla, what are you doing?
What are you doing here?
Getting candy?
From a blurred window of a place that you can't even see in?
Well, I can see it if you put your face really in close.
And what kind of candy were you expecting?
Honey.
Frost?
No.
I haven't been to the honeycombs today. I'll have to bring you some extra tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Oh. What you doing?
Well, we're talking, and we're trying not to be seen.
I saw you.
I'm aware of that. Can we play a game?
If I get candy.
Absolutely, you'll get candy. You'll get 2 extra candies every day I go to the honeycombs, to the hives, as long as nobody knows you saw us today.
Everybody's looking for you.
I'm aware of that. But we need you to not tell them.
But if I tell them, I could probably get more candy.
But if you
Unlikely.
don't...
I work with the beekeeper.
Exactly.
Busted by a kid.
Okay.
And, hold up. He works with the beekeeper. He can get you all that candy. I can steal candy.
You can steal candy, but you're a lady of the house.
We don't steal.
Shh. No, shh. It's between me and you.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. Okay. I won't tell anybody. Can I tell my mom?
No.
No.
Okay. Can I come with you?
No.
Not right now.
When can I come with you?
The next time I go to get honey, I'll bring you out there. You're almost at the age where they might let you work there, and he can pay you in candies.
But Lady Balin said she's just gonna steal my candy.
Yes.
Well, this is where you do what's called a monopoly. You work for him and get all the money, and then I'll get you more candy and we'll work something out later. I don't care what it is. Just whatever.
Oh. You
But
guys are
if you
standing
work
out
for
on the
him-
other side of the street, just to let you know. You may be picked up pretty soon.
we gotta go.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna stealth across the street, try to just avoid notice, throw up my hood, that kind of thing.
Roll it. Balin, what are you doing?
I kind of give a quick wink to the kid, be like, don't worry, I got you.
Okay.
I gotta go. And then I go out a different way, so we're not together.
Both of you roll
25.
stealth. You alright. Balin, your stealth?
Is 16.
Okay. You both get it to the back of the house to Ash. As they're tucking in, Ash, that little girl is still watching from the other side of the street.
Okay. So, you did not get rid of her.
This is why I don't have children.
We're about to be outed by a... how old is she, Ben?
Camilla is 6.
We're about to be outed by a 6-year-old.
So we have to go wherever we're gonna go. We can't talk about this any longer.
Hey, Alien.
I-
You have any of that candy on you?
Candy? I don't think so, unfortunately.
Is there any candy in this house? Even if it's a Werther's.
There is candy. There is candy in the house.
I want to, since she's still looking at us, I want to get some candy, take it from the house. Sorry, I'm Jolly. And then run it back to that girl.
Stealth again.
Okay.
So as I was
18.
saying,
Okay.
Thulsa, do you want us to go? If we're gonna go through town, is this gonna be festive, or do I look pissed off? Because let me tell you, I'm kind of pissed off right now.
Oh, you're
Why
open
can't
to
it be both?
What you got planned?
I think you should play it cool because you're all happy that you've recovered your brother, and it's time for celebration. We don't know that it was a trap.
Do we?
Be festively pissed.
I'm sure I can come up with festively pissed. Somehow. Where'd you guys go?
If you want to deflect Winston and Winston Jr., blame it all on Tomas.
Hey, not cool.
I'm not saying it's your fault, but if they think that we're blaming it on you because you're the youngest and you're the most impulsive and you ran off with the guard and you did your own thing and got lost in the woods, then that'll deflect their questions.
If the chief
That makes sense.
speaks words of lies, even for a political gain, there will always be doubt in that chieftain's word forevermore. Do not say anything that you believe to be untrue. Say nothing if you want people to not know what you're saying, but do not ever say something you believe to be untrue. That will serve you in the moment, but it will curse you in the future.
Tomas, do you
That's
understand what's going on here? Are you I don't want you to misunderstand what's going on, what we're talking about, or anything like that. You realize you were set up, right?
I understand that, but I don't understand this untrusting conspiracy thing. I just don't get that.
Well, if you were set up,
Me
then
either.
somebody caused it, right? Somebody set it up.
Right, but all of a sudden Tulsa's saying this whole town is, we can't even talk to anybody in the town.
Well, we don't know who in the town is on board
That's
with
what-
the Winstons.
Well, I don't get that. What is, they've been running the town. There's some people are gonna say reports and stuff. I mean, we heard the Fox say it.
That's right. They've been running the town. So they've been talking with people. They've been making deals. They've been doing things. So somebody's working with them. I don't know who it is. So right at this moment, we don't know who to say, to talk to, and to trust. Not until we actually learn a little bit more information.
We need to act at this point, though. We need to go to a place and we need to figure out how we're getting there.
I understand that, and we are going to leave right now. I just want to make sure that Tomas understands where we're all coming from, because I don't want him to be blathering everything we've been talking about. I don't want him talking to the wrong people.
Okay.
Which basically means, Tomas, you already know, the Powels, don't talk to the Powels.
Okay. I won't.
They're not nice people.
Okay.
You agree with that, right?
Yeah. Yes. Sort of.
Sort of.
Winston's been running the town, sis. I don't know what to tell you. I know you guys have been away, and now I don't understand what you think they're doing. Something's definitely weird and messed up. Maybe
What
it was
do
a
you
super
think-
test.
Don't you think the father should be running the town, not Winston?
Yeah. Well, father hasn't really cared so much for some reason. And he won't tell me, because
maybe that needs to change.
He was pretty upset when you left, okay?
I get that, but I was pretty upset,
you?
and that's why I left.
Do you? Now all of a sudden you care about the way the town's being kind of run? That's his whole point. So Winston's been doing that. He's been doing what you didn't want to do.
It's not what I did or did not want to do. Do you even know why I left?
No.
They were going to force me to marry Powell Jr.
Well, I know he's an asshole, but I mean, that's what you do. We're
No,
normals.
I don't marry an asshole. I understand that my position means I have to marry, and it's supposed to be convenience, but I'm not going to marry somebody who's going to beat the shit out of me. I'm not going to marry somebody who's going to run roughshod all over my people.
Well, I get that, but you didn't also marry the other people you were asked to do.
Yeah, but they all smelled.
A fish?
Lots of things.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you what that's what Dad's been kind of like.
Well, I'm telling you what my reasons were, and I can handle that. I'm just saying is, I don't know who's working directly for Winston. I don't know who's in his pocket. And I don't even know where the fuck he's getting his money from.
Well,
He
he's been running the
shouldn't-
town. He can siphon off as much money as he wants. So nobody knows. As long as he's at the top, nobody's really noticing.
That's my worry.
So we basically go and accuse him, and then we don't know if he is working for somebody else, then, right, Tulsa?
Right. Well, as I see it, he was making a pretty good play for taking over the town, isolating your folks, getting them, to let him take over more and more of the responsibility. Then Lady Kerowyn and Miss Balin came back, and you, Thomas, you were there too. So he had at least 3 obstacles. Now, 5, including your mom and dad, to his control of the town. He just made his play to erase all the obstacles. So he's got the 3 of you out in the woods being killed by goblins, and then that still leaves your parents kind of in the house with him. And that's my worry, is that he's just going to do a clean sweep because he initiated his plan. I don't think there's a whole lot of time to work on it.
But is he working for somebody else? That's what I asked.
I don't know about that. He's certainly working for himself.
I agree. He's at least working for himself, maybe somebody else, but at the very least, he's working for himself and or his son.
So why don't we all do the original plan, go into town in the sense that Kerowyn, be as festive as your face can make, Thomas be all happy because you're alive, but nobody sees me, and have him think that I'm the one that got killed because I'm not with you guys. I'm the black sheep. No one cares about me anyway. So me and Shally could get to the estate while everyone's more focused on you guys, and we can see what's going on. Use me as a secret bait.
We should.
Did anyone ask the girl what they're looking for us for? Like, are they just looking for us because we're missing, or are they looking for us because they want to make sure we're dead?
Or who hired.
I'm sure the official story is because we're missing, but the elements that want us dead are looking for confirmation of that fact. That's why there was supposed to be secrecy getting into town. At this point, as soon as we're known, we're known. And at that point, we need to get to the estate, as Thulsa suggested. So I'm recommending we simply make our way to the estate, but Balin and I hide, because they won't know about us. They will be counting on the rest of you, but they won't know that we're sneaking in and meeting you there.
Well, why don't
All
we
right.
take a page from Brit? Why don't I just stay here, and you guys go back and say that you couldn't find me, and they assume that I am dead?
No.
Well,
Because it'll be more believable if you and Kerowyn go back as brother and sister.
but I'm the one that was definitely in the trap. You guys were on a fine, right?
You're
Right.
also the one we can't afford to leave alone.
Exactly.
If they double back here, or
So send them to the bar.
Anywhere he is, somebody could track us. We could be being tracked at this point. So sending him alone anywhere at this point would be a bad idea.
But he doesn't have to be alone. We have 3 people who are just from the town here. There's, 6 of you who are from the estate? 3 of us could go with him to the tavern or anywhere, and they wouldn't think much of it. They're looking for the rest of you.
Right, but if we go into that estate, that is their stronghold. Their numbers will be the strongest. We need all of us together to triumph.
And why would he be at the bar? Everybody knows he left.
I was thinking a place to hide him.
Yeah, just go to the estate, all of you, and Balin and I will sneak our way to the estate and meet you at the estate. Basically, we are your Overwatch.
I have no problem with that. However, either Mshale or Balin, I think one of you needs to stop and ask your little friend who asked them to come here and look for us on your way back into town.
Nobody asked her to look for it. She came here looking for candy. She just knows that they are.
How do you know?
Because she said.
Was she going to get candy from another person, or was she going to get candy from you? How did she know you were here?
She didn't. This is where she comes to get candy all the time.
Come on, Kerowyn.
Her candy.
You really think that a 6-year-old is going to be deceptive?
She watches too much Game of Thrones.
I think 6-year-olds can be very deceptive.
Also, when I
Well,
took
Lee
the
Wanika
candy-
thinks that.
when I stole the candy and brought it back out to her, remember a while ago, I would have gone to her and be like, here's the candy. I held up my part of the deal. You have to hold up yours and not say anything.
I haven't.
I'm just making sure it's still a valid deal. So here's my part. You got to keep yours.
Pinky swear.
Here's the down
Okay.
payment.
Now, we can keep this going. I'll get you more candy if you continue to stay quiet.
Okay.
All right.
I'm quiet, my lady.
Fantastic. I gotta go.
Bye. All right. You don't see her out there anymore.
If you couldn't tell, that was me running.
I saw it.
Okay.
All right. Kerowyn is ready to go, and she is planning on marching straight through town, looking sort of pissed and sort of relieved.
But before we head out, have we considered that if we make ourselves known, that Winston or whoever's involved in this may have brought some false charges against us? Might we just be arrested on the spot?
I would love to see him try to arrest me.
I guarantee you, nobody here thought of that, Ilian. That is a great that is a great horrible thing to think.
Great horrible thing to
That's what I specialize in.
Who hurt you?
Well, I promise not to arrest myself or you.
Now,
Much appreciated.
now, mind you, he would, in order to have brought up charges against all of us, there'd have to be some major charges. Now, mind you, Thulsa has already brought up the fact that if he was willing to try to get rid of Balin, Kerowyn, and Tomas, then he could already be taking care of the Caddells, the lady and the lord. If they're dead, those would be some hefty charges against us, if he tries to put that on us. I don't even think Thulsa would be able to prevent that from happening.
Yes, it is just something to consider. Just taking huge risks either way, so we just need to weigh them.
And to be honest, I feel like the longer we spend talking about this, the more likely something is going to happen.
That's true.
So,
No.
if Balin and Mshali want to run ahead rather than trailing to make sure that my parents are safe, I am totally okay with that. But we need to do something, and we need to do it now.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Peace, bitches.
Okay.
I leave a message for my father in a place that he would find in like a secret compartment that he would find to let him know that we are back. We believe there's treachery afoot, and unless you hear it from my mouth, Lady Kerowyn or Lady Balin, don't believe it.
Where would that secret compartment be? So, because now the party knows.
It would be one. It would be the ammunition compartment closest to the door, where he would basically, if he was defending the home, reach in, and it's a spot where we would know to hide, to put notes for each other that wouldn't be commonly known.
Okay. So Balin and Amshala, you're going to do a stealth check to sneak around the town.
And sorry we had all the tea and cakes.
And the candy is missing for a reason.
24.
14.
14.
Had to take the candy.
All right.
I'm gonna pull Elian aside.
Okay.
So Elian, I know you're not the typical farmer.
Not the most typical, certainly.
What kind of special skills what kind of special things can you do? I mean, you've seen me do special things, and you've seen Ash do special things.
Well, I can create flame, which I did use against the goblins.
That could be handy. What? What else? So, what else can you do besides creating fire?
I can do a little water, create some water.
I'm glad I'm not around for this.
It's Jeremy getting a taste of his own medicine, though. It's kind of funny.
So I've heard of those touched by the arcane, and their abilities range from what you can do, creating fire, water, illusions even. Can you create illusions?
Not as of yet. I'm still learning.
Okay.
It's also worth noting, being all honest, the arcane have a kind of really negative outlook on them unless they're in some school or controlled. So.
Yeah, but Yadro doesn't fear much. I mean, he wants to release Soak, so he doesn't.
Oh, I know. I get it for you. For when this comes up, you guys know what my reaction will be.
Yeah.
Nobody's afraid until they start pulling you closer to the well.
So let our listeners know, in the homebrew world of Alanis, the reasoning is the Dark Lady was a former sorceress. She fell, and in her betrayal of her mentor, the world of the Ravenloft demi-plane saw that as a very active evil and embraced her. So to the people, they believe that dark magic is that type of corruption. It's, even though it has utility uses, it must be watched and controlled in every aspect. Otherwise, they feel that you are going to follow in the same route that the greatest wizard that they possibly could know is, which is the ruler of a dread realm.
Okay, great. I appreciate you sharing that with me, Elian. Just between us, you might want to keep it under wraps as much as you can, unless we absolutely need to utilize it. With as much as I was questioned by Ash, I believe he may do the same to you, if not worse.
Yes, I will have to be very careful about who I communicate to and how I do it.
I think we see eye to eye.
Yes,
Fantastic.
All right, the rest of your group you're just gonna go walk down the street.
Much like the monkeys, I am going to waltz right on down the street.
Mshella, you are moving stealthily on your... Are you guys doing it together? You guys were separating to best utilize your skills.
I think we're gonna go together at this point because we need to be close. We can't be overly separated in this situation.
Mechanic-wise, what I'm going to do is take both your rolls and then average them by 2, and that will be your score.
Okay.
Okay.
I majored in dance, so I trust you with the math.
I majored in English. I trust you with the dance.
Are they going ahead of us?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Because I was going to do a big spectacle, loud noises, sparks, all this stuff to maybe give them advantage.
Strumming away.
No, this is just them trying to move because they got to go from one point to the estate. So
oh no, I know, but I want to make a big spectacle to distract people towards us.
He means drawing more attention in.
You want to make big fireworks going into the center of the town?
So I was going to use like thaumaturgy to make my voice 3 times louder for a minute. I was going to use prestidigitation and shoot sparks and fireworks and stuff off. You know,
Okay.
Whole shebang.
So Lady Kerowyn and Lady Kerowyn's triumphant entrance. Picture the Aladdin.
Yep.
Yep.
Lady
So-
Caddell.
Yeah, you're booming.
Exactly.
There is a fireworks show coming in.
Blah.
Within about 10 minutes of you guys walking out of Shale's house and going down the street, about 8 of the town, the city guard are there, and a fox has showed up.
Ruh-roh.
They all have weapons drawn.
Might have went a little too big.
Are they
And it takes a moment
they
for them to figure out who
barring
you
our
all are.
way?
Huh?
Oh.
Well,
They're not barring our way. They're
no, they showed up to see what
on.
all the noise and stuff and commotion was, and then they realized it's you guys, and then they're like, hello? What are you guys? You're back? What are you doing?
Lady Cowan has
it's,
returned, and we saved Sir Thomas. Everything is grand.
Bit of a celebratory type of entrance because we vanquished the goblins. We undid the threat to the town. Lady Kerowyn rescued her younger brother. I mean, victory all around. You boys did an excellent job defending the town, and while I was away taking care of this issue.
Great, Captain. So we'll help escort you back to the estate.
Mighty obliged. Sounds good. Right,
Inside
Lady
check.
Kerowyn?
Roll it.
$24.
The man seems like that's what he tends to do, but you definitely get an intention that he's like weirded out by you guys because this is a little unique to what he's experiencing.
We're a little over the top.
Yeah.
Does that distraction give us advantage so we get a second roll then?
No, it's just where you are area wise. If people pick you up and stuff like that, it's all he did was draw all the eyes going towards you. So he did do that, but this was how well you guys work to where you're going to, and what could passively percept you guys from there.
All right.
You guys will get to the estate now at this moment. There you basically see the 6 riders outside. And Winston the Younger is out there.
I definitely want to avoid them, but I want to post up in a way that I can watch our group get there, and if there's an altercation in the court, we basically snipe from distance.
Okay.
What he said.
All right. Kerowyn, your group now takes about 20 minutes to kind of get from, because now you have quite the collection of people with you. people are coming out of the town, just seeing what's going on because you made all the fireworks and stuff, and the gossip is going around.
We're just gonna approach the manor, and how far behind Shally and so in other words, are we within sight of the manor now, or?
You were coming up on it, yes.
Okay. And we see Winston and how many riders? Winston the Junior?
All 6 of your Wellshire riders.
Okay.
Have the city guard come.
Yes, they said they're escorting you, so you have 8 of them and a fox.
Cool.
Which
Is
fox?
my brother's there somewhere?
This fox is Chris.
Okay.
And my brother's there somewhere?
Your brother's still not amongst the group.
Still not amongst the group. Weird.
Okay. Are any of the faces of the riders? I mean, I know them all, right?
Not really. You're new.
No?
This is why this information is only for others. They pretty much know them.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Asher
give
and
Daps.
Thulsa know them. Yajiro knows them. So they're all recognizable people to those guys.
Do we trust these guys? Do we trust this situation? What's going on, guys?
I mean,
Say quietly, 3 of them
I
are the
trust-
ones that betrayed your brother. No.
What do you mean? What's going on?
I trust some of the city guard. I mean,
Well-
I'm trained with some of them.
As in, okay, Ben, which ones were with? So the ones that were with my brother are there, right?
Yep. You recognize their faces. They're the same people, but you just don't know them that well.
Right.
What's going on is 4 of them abandoned your brother to the goblins, and 2 of them abandoned us to the goblins, and all 6 of them are now here.
All right. I am going using my connection with Valen, hoping she's within 30 feet. I'm going to tell her, go find my parents. And then out loud, I'm going to say, and look, these are the guys that abandoned my brother and left him to die.
Would I be able to know of any like backdoor entrance that's more of
yeah.
a secret entrance?
Oh God, yes. You
Well,
actually
that's
know
what I
you
was
can get
hoping
up.
for.
You actually know you can get up to the window easier. There's less
Okay.
likely to be any of the servants that way.
I would like to do that.
You may do so with athletics or acrobatics at advantage. And then
Ooh,
Shali
good.
needs to roll either or as well at straight.
Advantage.
Am I going with her, or am I staying
Ooh.
to Overwatch?
I don't know. Are you? She's
Your
leaving
choice.
you.
I got
I
it.
want to change my position so I'm close enough where I can get to her if I need to, but I can still be in Overwatch. It'll just be a
She's
different
going in
position.
the house alone. Your call.
Yeah, I gotta go.
What did you get? I'm sorry.
I got a natural 20, but 25.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah.
24.
Okay, both of you, like cats, get up to the side of the house where she just shows you there's like enough ivory that's strong enough that you get in there, and she just like you are like see the practice ease that Balin seems to have done this like it's like the
I've snuck
her
in a
own
place
hand.
once or twice.
Yeah, she just
Yeah.
clicks a certain latch on this window, and it seems like the quietest window of all the ones in the house, and just slips the both of you in.
I rigged this when I was a teenager.
All right, Winston goes, "Oh, Lady Kerowyn and her bold comments once again. Well, I'm glad you got Thomas out of any particularly mess of his headstrong nature that he gets himself into."
Bold comments, yes. Uh-huh.
How close is he to us?
He's about 15 feet away. You guys are kind of like making a stand encounter in front of the house.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts on him.
Ooh, how deep are you going to go?
Just on the surface.
Just surface?
How
You don't
low
want those
can you
thoughts.
go?
No.
I don't want the other thoughts.
Yeah, he's probably stripping Lady Kerowyn in his eyes. He's a dirty, dirty man.
So
All right. He seems a little surprised that you're that you're here, but he has a composure to him, and you understand that he has a duty that he seems to be following.
Okay.
And he goes, well, we're glad to have you in, but I'll let my father explain it to you, Kerowyn. And he kind of like has the Wellshire Rider's part, and he's kind of
you can wait 1 second right there. I believe, weren't you one of the people that sent us on this?
To save your
yesterday?
brother, you apparently did it. So yeah, what's the problem? You need to come
did
inside.
Did I or did I not send you to get the orders? And you never returned before we left.
You did not wait like you never do. When Lady Kerowyn wants to do what she wants to do, she just goes off
That's
and
wonderful.
does it.
Give me those orders. I want those orders, and I want them in my hand right now.
I've given them to who'd you ask him? Recall, he gave it
No,
to his
no.
father, right?
I had sent him to go. There were orders involved with this whole thing, and I started several times. And the longer we waited, the more upset we got about the whole thing, and said, "Okay, we gotta go."
Yep.
So he never showed back up with orders.
Oh, right,
And-
yeah. Well, he's like, I don't have them on me. You guys have been gone for a whole night.
Yeah. Yep. I want them right now.
Well,
5 minutes.
This
Five.
is-
5 minutes. Now. Go get them. Now.
We don't have time for this, Millie.
No,
parents,
you don't have time for this.
You
You
need to
have
see
5
your
minutes to
parents.
go get them.
Your parents are dying.
Say, excuse me?
Your parents are ailing and dying in bed. You need to be there.
Well, they were fine 2 days ago.
Do you wish to see this or not?
Yeah, I will be going inside and checking on my parents. You are going to go get those orders and bring them to me right now, post haste.
Fine.
Snap,
my
snap.
lady. All right, he's gonna kind of go to inside the house with you, guiding. You guys, the rest,
I'm
the
going with
Wellshire
it.
Riders, close ranks, blocking you from entering.
Oh no, they're coming with me.
No, they're not, my lady. This is
Oh,
a
so
personal
on whose
matter.
orders? On whose orders?
The steward, and he runs things at the moment.
And he does not run me. These are my friends, and I want them with me. If my parents are dying, I need my friends with me.
I don't know what
You
you're
don't
trying
want
to
a
pull
member of the
here.
faith. You don't want a member of the faith there to help heal, help anything.
One of the faith is there.
Or well, let me be by their side. Our combined efforts may do something.
The steward just told me to Lady Kerowyn needs to be in there. I would tell her your cousin could be there as well, but apparently she's nowhere to be found.
Nope, she's not. I will grab both Ash and isn't one of you guys a paladin? Gets her out, have everybody's sheets up in front of me right this second.
We know that Yajiro cured poison.
Then yeah, I
We
would
don't know
grab
that he-
I would grab Yajiro and I would grab Ash literally by the collars or the arm or whatever and say, they're coming with me because I trust them. And if you bar me,
Swords come out from the Wellshire Riders.
you can bar them, but you're barring me at the same time. On your heads be it.
Orders of the steward is just you, Lady Kerowyn, and you're gonna follow the goddamn rules for once.
Who's
Where
rolling?
are the Royal Guards standing?
Yeah.
They are
That's what I wanna know.
blocking in a wedge formation because they're trying to let Kerowyn go, but as she grabbed Ash and Yajiro to kind of step forward, they're kind of each flanking the side of her.
They're technically out on the street, right? They're
Yes.
barring us from entering the grounds. All right.
Correct.
So I'll step forward. I want to roll an intimidation roll, please. I will add a combat superiority die, unless I roll a 20. Let's see here. Got the 20.
Yes!
I will step up in my official capacity now. Be like, you gentlemen are out on the street. And out on the street, that's where I'm in charge. And let me tell you, you boys, step aside right now before you find yourself in the jail for obstructing the justice and the peace of this town and putting its leaders in danger by not letting members of the known clergy attend and rescue them from their illness and sickness. Everything you're doing right now is preventing us from helping your nobles. So stand aside so we can do our jobs. Now.
You definitely put the White Riders on nervous, but Winston looks at you and goes, Captain, if you wish to keep your rank, you will understand the actual hierarchy of power here and follow the steward's word by the letter. You don't have that type of authority.
No, but
I didn't say I
do.
was going in. I didn't say I was going in. I was just saying let them go by, because that's what they need to do.
The priest can go in with you, but the tailor stays outside.
Well, that's just
Yeah, I'd
Job
probably
is-
make that call too.
The priest has skills. The priest has skills with neutralizing poisons and such. He's learned a great deal of many things. He could be useful to us.
Not the
In
delicate
a
matters
healing
that
de-
are here, your priest, your high priest.
Kerowyn will give a very slight nod. Very, very slight. She'll turn to her friends and give a deeper nod and grab Ash by the, grab him by the, the shoulder.
children.
Yeah, and drag him with
you,
her.
You don't need to move me. I don't need to be dragged.
Okay. All right, so you and Winston and Ash are going to go into the foyer of the estate. The rest of you guys will stay behind under the watchful and now threatened...
And Tomas.
And Tomas, and the threatened guard of the Wellshire Riders.
Once Winston gets out of earshot, can I attempt to persuade the guards to let me through?
Sure, but it's at disadvantage.
Damn disadvantage.
It's the power of 5th edition that I can keep on.
Ugh, 9.
Yeah.
It was the best of rules. It was the worst of rules.
It's great when it's advantage, but it sucks when it's disadvantage. All right. He'll tell you, go to your parents' room, and then he goes, I'll fetch the orders.
How many knights is there?
6.
Right here?
Yep.
All of them? None of them have gone to keeping a watchful eye on
Nope.
Winston? Sucks for him.
All right. Balin and Mshale, you're now in the halls of the top floor.
So I want to be all secret agent man like and try and find where her parents are.
Okay. You hear some type of muttering after getting to where their room is. You recognize the voice of Winston the Elder and the weapon master, Dennett. And you hear this. How long do you think they're going to be out there in the woods? It shouldn't have taken that long to find Thomas. He is skilled enough. I've trained him myself. Give the foxes their time, Dennett. Who knows the things that are out there? You know these woods are dangerous. It's the times and the place that we live in. Anything could have happened. But that little upstart brat, Kerowyn, is who knows the type of things that she could destroy and cause issues to when having things figured out or settled. She'll come around. She has to, after this state. Well, better hope. But I don't think I'm going to be releasing much of the power of this control, because we just know she's not invested, Dennett. You know that. I have to report this back to Greyheim. You could wait, little Winston. We don't have to report this quite yet. Of course we have to report. The Lord will want to know. With the Caddells falling like this, and their illness, and close to the death, they're going to want to change things. They're not going to let Kerowyn remain on the throne. We'll have issues. And you know that's true. Her behavior has already laced this entire political situation. We won't be able to get this out of this that easy with the Lord of Greyheim. Suppose you're right, as always, Winston. I'm gonna go check on the cards. What would you like to do?
Hide.
You hear Dennett coming out.
Hide.
Hide.
Roll to hide. I'll give you advantage, both of you. This will be an average between the two of you because you know he's coming out.
So is that stealth?
Yes.
Okay.
25.
Okay.
21.
All right. The amazing thing about the Caddell House is the lady must have really long purple curtains against the windows, and you guys easily sneak behind that. And you see the weapon master Dennett open the door. He's kind of walking in a huff down the hall. And then turns the corner, apparently go downstairs, and that leaves you guys there.
We should go in.
Sure. I'm all about that. I'm not a fan of his little plan. Whoa.
All right, so we'll walk in.
All right. He looks up and Winston the Elder looks up and goes, Balin.
I just want to intimidate the crap out of him, being like, "You thought I died, huh?"
Roll.
A 4.
As you see him, you kind of remember him from the old days, and the neck hairs just kind of stand up. You get a shiver. You feel like a little girl again. He's just got that mean old man scowl, like he knows everything you've been trying, and you're in trouble.
Then Hunter's Mark.
Is that a vocal spell?
It is absolutely.
Okay. He goes, boy,
And
if you wish to remain in this town, you do not mark me. Drop it.
you plot against Lady Kerowyn. I need to know why.
Balin is this boy speaking for you? He your little crush or something?
Why can't you answer the question? Seems simple enough.
I see you're quite much like your cousin and don't seem to understand things that were put before you before. Studies could have helped you, young Balin, in this matter. Instead, you're off gallivanting or running around the town, playing coy and hero, maybe with such little boy, instead of the duties of what are politics. This is a little scout. He does not have any right to address me in any matter until I ask him a question. So at this point, his mouth is considered mute. But if he does not drop the spell that he just put on me, I will see that his punishment is going to be very harsh. So he needs to decide who has the upper hand here.
As a bonus action, I will move the Hunter's Mark away from him. I will put it on Balin, so it's not on him, which is what he asked.
Okay.
What does that do? I don't know what that is.
He's basically marked you to, if any extra damage he could do, it would happen to you instead of the person he initially wanted it on.
In the worst case scenario, the other scenarios I can always find you. That means no matter where you go within a certain range, I can track you.
Oh, silver lining.
He goes,
Silver lining.
foxes.
Last time I checked, I'm still a noble. I'm still a Caddell.
You are? You do see Lord and Lady Caddell laying in bed, and they do not look good. You are, Balin, you are, but there are parts of the matter of the town and its position that matter here. Where is Kerowyn?
I don't know. I don't see her.
Why do you toy to be difficult all the time, Balin? If the Lord here could have made you a lady, you could have been living quite well.
Well, I guess I'm just lucky, I guess.
Lucky?
Well, yeah, I didn't want to have to marry Winston Jr. Blech.
I see. Well, at least Winston knows exactly the political structure of the realm and what Wellshire needs, which you two seem to lack quite a bit.
Well, I also know a lot of other political figures outside of Wellshire. I've gotten to travel quite a lot since leaving here.
Oh dear, and I must be all alone here in Wellshire that you would have that advantage over me. Fox, you are dismissed. Stay in the foyer, though. Don't go anywhere else.
I will stand with Lady Balin.
I am in power here, Fox. And if you wish to dispute this, I will see that your parents are completely punished for your outrage at this moment. I seem to think that your clan that has helped served as the Wellshire's scouts seem to be pretty reasonable, and we enjoy your hunting aspects. But if this type of blasphemous act is going to continue, perhaps we need to look into other avenues and make sure that the foxes are properly treated in the future.
You need to remember what household you're in right now.
I do quite remember Balin very well. Like I said, the structure of things is more important because while you were all gallivanting and running around in the streets, I am making those connections outside of this city, much to our more patriarch in Greyheim. Have you? Do you know who of the court that you need to speak to make any claim or leadership to this town? Or where the resources are going? How the taxes are being paid, Balin? Do you?
I know plenty of people outside of this town that are much higher in status than you are. If anything, you're a peon to them. And in one call, they will be here for help.
You can roll your deception or persuasion, however you feel you believe it.
Wait, hold on. What's that one? I'm going to do that one instead.
How's the manor shaped?
2 stories.
I got 11.
Okay, you don't think he's impressed.
Well, he smells too.
So the open window that they went in, how high up is it?
You don't know what window they're in. They all did this in stealth.
But the window's still open, isn't it?
No.
Oh no.
Okay. Didn't hear anybody say they closed it when they went in, so.
I'm good at being sneaky, but not talking to people.
As you know, Jeremy, I play a thief, and I've been doing it quite long with Lee, so we have our little nuances of how all this stuff gets played out.
Are there any windows open?
Not any open, but there are many windows. Shali, do you leave? You were commanded. This could have repercussions if things don't go well with now your whole
I'm not
clan.
leaving her alone with this guy.
This could be your clan.
I absolutely recognize that, but I'm not leaving her alone with him.
Okay.
This is the serpent.
Okay. As you guys are pretty much in your standoff, Kerowyn, you and Ash make it up to the hall. You now see Balin and Shali with. No, I'll take that back. You guys would run into Dennett first. As you get into the stairs that are heading up the stairs, Weapon Master Dennett meets you and goes,
Master Dennett.
He hugs you. He just comes up and hugs you.
And I return the hug.
I'm sorry, my lady. It's been trying, and I just didn't know where you are.
What is going on, Dennett?
Your parents, there's a befallen curse on them. They're not well. They're upstairs.
Curse or an illness? Junior here said that they were ill.
It's an illness curse. I don't know. Nothing's coming out of it. Also, you two will notice that there is a young woman in the room too. She's been kind of curled up to this bedside of Lady Caddell, and that is Michelle of Thoth.
She's a really low-level priest, isn't she?
Pretty low, yeah. Well, in between. There's only so many of you priests. But you two see Dennett.
Right, but there's...
So he's letting you know that the priestess is up there. And he goes, please go. I need to clear my head. I've been around Winston too long.
I can totally understand that.
Okay. That way, you guys will make it upstairs. You'll see now Balin, Shale standing against Winston, and you do see the priestess there, near your mother's side, but they don't look well laying in bed.
I will gesture at my parents to Ash and say, "Take care of things, please."
I will nod respectfully at the steward and move past him to the bed. He's still the steward.
He seems intrigued.
I want to do... I believe I can do this on myself.
I'm gonna nudge Ian. Hey, can you make a scene?
I'm gonna ask Thoth to give me guidance
talking?
such that I can determine the depth of their illness and cast guidance.
Okay.
And then do a medicine check.
Roll it.
And I can add a D4 to that with the guidance. I probably don't need to. 24. But I'm actually going to add that D4 because I might get more information with a higher roll. So it becomes a 26.
Their breathing is
on medicine.
Shallow and light. It is definitely some type of illness or poison that you could come up with, but you don't know what.
I will ask Michelle. I said, I'm glad you're here. You know, your God is the God of knowledge. What have you learned about him?
Something with an illness or poison, I don't know. They're not long for this world, is all I can tell. They might have the night.
What magics have been tried on them?
I've tried all my healing.
What prayers?
All of them. I've tried blessing them. I've tried all the curing, removing. Nothing's working.
Have you tried a lesser restoration?
Yes.
You think it's a curse?
The magic's not working, Ash.
Have you checked if there's a magical curse on them, like detecting magic?
Don't have it.
I don't either. Not
But
currently.
if it's not taking healing, gosh,
I could.
you know it's got to be something with the land. It's the way of the land. The Dark Lady's it's a calling them.
What do you need, Ash?
I need to know if magic is on them or if there's been a curse, and those might be outside of Thoth's blessing, Thoth and Cross's blessings to us. I'm looking at the spell list. Detect magic.
I'm gonna work with Elian and Ian to set up a scene. Perhaps maybe like a fire that could draw the knights away, just for a moment.
You guys are gonna disappear out of their view.
So
No, we got our backs turned to
question
them.
about-
They can't hear us. We're whispering.
This is a risky proposition.
How close are the knights to us? Or now are they physically watching us, or are they?
Yeah, they're pretty much 5 feet between each of one of you because you guys have made the intention like we want to go in, and they're like you can't go in. And Thulsa's kind of got them on the wire because he got them kind of nervous that this is a confrontation with him, like he's pissy. So, but you also have 6 guards, 8 militiamen behind you in the Fox, and they're just trying to figure out what the hell as well.
Hey, Ben, as a priest, I can't do ritual spells if I don't have them as one of them I've memorized, right?
No, you can do ritual spells. You can cast them as ritual.
So
they just take longer. If you notice that there's a casting time.
Right. So detect magic is also ritual, but I don't have it prepared for the day.
You have to just use the casting time then.
10 minutes.
Then
It's a 10-minute thing, I'm sure. Yeah.
10 minutes. So I'm going to look at Kerowyn and say, I need time. I'm going to have to say some prayers and cast spells that I don't have memorized and ask for Cross's blessing to give me more than I've asked.
I will give you anything or anyone that you need.
I could use Yajiro's knowledge of poison. See if he has any idea of what he's seen before from his travels.
Winston goes, the tailor.
The tailor knew how to cure the poison that the goblins had used on Tomas.
Oh, he
I was
did.
surprised.
Did he?
He knew how to cure it.
Well,
He had the cure.
Fox, go fetch the tailor.
I will.
And shall
I will bow, turn, and then I'll turn my head back. Lady Kerowyn, everything in our power to save your family will be done. But you need to do everything in your power to take these moments to be with them. Balin,
Damn straight.
you as well. Don't waste this time. And then I will go at top speed.
Okay.
If anybody tries to slow me down, they're gonna have a problem with me.
Okay. Yajiro, Ian and Elian, what distraction do you want to pull?
So,
Not sure if I'm committed to this. I don't think I'm gonna. It seems.
I was
Hair,
going to talk
it
Elian.
seems
into
harebrained.
A
Cockamamie,
control-
perhaps.
And Jeremy is involved?
We're about to get it. We're about to get the commotion. Let me get it out of the three who want with the captain there to want to start this commotion.
So I was discussing with Elian and Ian, because we all have, a touch of divine or arcane. So I was going to discuss with Elian perhaps making a controlled flame to make something ablaze that would kind of require the knights to act.
The stable where the Wellshire horses live, is about 40 feet away.
That could work. And Ian also told me he has the ability to create water, so I'm not super concerned that he will burn the place down. But
That's alien.
when he creates the fire, I need Ian to make it a scene. Like, the whole place is going up in smoke and everything's going to die. This way, I can kind of just move on by.
But that still leaves us out here.
Well, yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna go to work, and I start walking away.
Where are you
I
walking?
repeat,
I'm
cockamamie.
gonna walk back down the road, and then cut. But I'm gonna just I'm gonna cut between some houses.
Okay, so that seems to make the riders all right.
Cool. I cast invisibility, and I start running around towards the estate, and then over towards the stables.
Okay, Elian, what are you doing?
I think. Oh man.
I mean, Elian, do you really want to go in there? If you really want to come with me in there, then we can work something else out. But if you don't really want to go in there, then you making a fire out here to draw them away kind of makes sense to me.
I'm worried about the consequences if they even get whiff of me displaying any kind of abilities, especially in close proximity. There won't be much I can do to hide it, and I don't want to be outed just yet.
Oh,
I
for
prefer
sure.
to stay.
I wouldn't have you do it in front of the barn. I would have you do it behind the barn.
Did I make it over there towards the stables yet?
Well, you're moving around. I gotta find out if Elian's committed to the role yet. So,
This plan makes me too nervous. I'd rather stay still for now.
Understood, Elian.
okay. So, Ian, you're out there now. What are you doing?
I want to go back towards the stables. Is there any like pile of hay or
yes.
brush that's not in the stable but like close to it,
Sure. Yes.
or a little bit away? And then, how far is that from the estate?
Oh, good 50 feet.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on that,
Okay.
and then sneak in to the estate, which
Okay.
makes me uninvisible.
You will. Yep. You do that. Give me a perception check as a fire
I am-
erupts just outside of the stables.
I am screwed. I am going to jail.
Nobody knows.
You think?
Fortunately, you're in the captain of the guard, so
15
You
for
cast a
perception.
spell like that, and you're kind of like that as you appear, and as you turn to
Yep.
your left, just about ready to run off. There's a little sweet girl who's looking at you
Damn it!
from just to the corner of the house that seemed to spot you as you run. All right.
I'll make a note of that.
You come out of the house just as there's a fire starting at the stables, and the Wellshire riders go, "What the shit?" And they just immediately go off to take care of the fire.
Yay!
I cast, was it message? To Yujiro and be like, run now.
I'm gonna just say, Yujiro, you've been called by the steward. Let's go.
Oh, what the shit?
Thulsa and Elian, do you wish to follow? There are no guards. They
Yeah,
have all gone into the stable.
I'm going in.
No, I got my boys here. We got to put out a fire that suddenly started.
All right,
I'm glad
cool.
you
So
boys
you
showed
take
up
the-
here. Let's...
You take the rest of the city watch and go help the Wellshire riders.
The
Elian,
stables are going to burn. That's horses. That's bad for me. That's
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Elian, what would you like to do?
Well, I think I'm going in now.
Cool.
Now that the work has been done for me.
All right. After
You're
a moment,
welcome.
the four of you now can all return to where the rest of the party is, where you see a very sick Lord and Lady Caddell with Winston the Senior, Michelle from the Temple of Thoth, the Priestess of Thoth, is there. So Ash, what were you doing? You were doing the detect magic ritual.
I'm gonna have to ritual cast detect magic and then detect poison and disease.
Is that
It's 10 minutes for each one, so
okay? So
I'm saying prayers over at the bedside at this
awesome. As you do that, the rest of you guys come in. You guys are all kind of waiting. You do get the revelation. You can see through all the veins and arteries. There is a detecting of the magic, and then when you go through the poison, you detect that as well. I need you to now make a nature check. And because you did those spells, you will have an advantage.
Ben, I
Yeah.
messaged in the main chat.
Yeah, this is not something I'm good at. You said nature? Nothing else that I might be good at?
Sorry. That's where it comes from.
All right, here comes the die. Let's see what it does. Flopping around. Oh, hey, straight up 17 on one of them.
Okay.
Suspense is killing me.
Me too.
I hope to fans, too.
Ben actually is just frozen. We don't know it.
Well,
I'm
it's
dying
good
in
enough
smoking
for the-
relation, so you guys.
All right.
carry on.
What you it's good enough anyways. You discover that this is a very unique poison. It is it's pretty much known as the Widowmaker, and it comes
Widowmaker.
from a specific place, Ashton City. You do know there is an antidote there.
But Ashton City is nowhere nearby and not a pleasant place.
So what's the situation here, Ash?
So you guys will have to wait while I pray for like 10 minutes, and actually it's like 20 between the spells. And I'll look at Michelle and say, I think this is the Widowmaker. It's magical and poison.
Why are you telling her? Gadget was literally
This is
going
a
to say, why are you telling her? Tell me. What are we dealing with here?
A magical poison from Ashton City, I think.
Ashton City. Have my parents ever been there, Ben?
No one, not many people go there. Ashton City is a city controlled by
At least
drow.
not voluntarily.
Yeah, it is a city controlled by drow. It is darkness. It is known as one of the most evil places in the realm, besides the city of the dead, so to speak. It is black and it is vile and super dangerous.
I'm not sure our magics can touch this. I can try.
I think the Raven Queen's power can touch it, but I can't do it. I can only do it once, and then I need to rest.
Well,
And I don't know
you
how long
slept
they
since
have.
you healed Thomas.
Right. So I can do it once to try to help one of them, but then I need to rest, and I don't know how long they have.
Can I try something?
Are you with
I'm
us?
open to
I imagine
suggestions.
you
Yeah,
ran
did I
into the
meet up?
building and came up.
I probably ran in the back and saw you guys. I was like, oh shit, hi. So am I with them, Ben, or did I go for
Yeah.
them?
All you guys came in. You just did it invisibly. You caused the little scene and stuff. The only
Okay.
one that's not there is Thulsa, because he is
Okay.
helping the
I am-
Wellshire riders.
And following
I can
lawful
try
order.
to. I can try a lesser restoration, but I don't think it'll help because it's magical poison.
Right. Yujiro, the thoughts coming to you is, this cannot be removed by the simplest of those spells. This is made by drow magic. It's intertwined between magic and poison, and the poison it comes from is a potent creature.
Right. But the blessing of the Raven Queen, aka lay on hands, can remove it because it says it neutralizes a poison. It doesn't care what kind of poison it is, right?
Kind of it does, because this one is laced with something that is countered against spells and enchantments that can do what you've just stated are normally able to do. Because a lesser restoration would do the same thing regardless, but this is black shit. This stuff is nasty. Which
Right.
does give you one information for the both of you. It didn't come out like no little household creature did it. You know, this is assassin level shit.
I'm holding
can
that
I-
information right now.
Then, while this is happening and they're talking about this, I want to. I'm intently watching Winston the Elder.
He's
and
looking
I
at
wish to-
Kiro.
and I wish to intuit his thoughts. Like as they mention these things, I'm trying to determine if he is surprised by these details or proud of himself.
He seems to be engaged with Kiro. His thoughts seem to be something like there's some eye level noble shit going on between the two of them.
Okay.
Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna use Divine Sense.
Everyone's human in here.
Okay. I figured. Just wanted to check, make sure nothing crazy is going on behind the scenes.
Bear?
Da, da, da. I may have to pray again. Give me a minute. Is it?
So,
Yes.
so it seems like the Raven Queen spoke to me for a moment. Can I speak back? Well, I guess I could speak back, and it's just whether or not she hears me.
Yeah, warlocks are different because it's your patron. It depends on how important you are to her, is how that kind of works out.
So I'm just gonna say, what would you have me do?
You can't save them. It's not in their fates.
I am.
I'm inclined to disagree.
What?
You can save the daughter. That's where the fates are lined.
But if it was strictly fate-based, then I wouldn't be able to save Silk either. That
You don't know
seems
that.
to not be her fate either.
Actually, things have
I
changed.
assume this is an internal monologue.
Yeah, this is internal monologue.
Yeah.
You're still young, Yujiro. Trust in the things I tell you. I know what you want to try to do, but remember, on a chessboard, pieces fall.
Not if you play well enough.
Even the best masterminds know when to let one loose.
I suppose that's true.
I'm going to ask Michelle if she has heard of any other place where the antidotes for these kind of poisons have come from.
This looks strictly...
Never know.
From what you say, this sounds like Ashton City stuff. This is Drow stuff. I mean,
I know.
it might be somewhere else, but I don't know the agents of all this. This seems too complicated for me to understand, Ash. I'm sorry.
It's a little beyond me as well. I don't believe we. I'll stand up and go to Kerowyn and say I don't know. I don't believe our magics. We don't have the magical prowess to stop this. I'm not even sure I can prolong their life.
By now, I assume that Kerowyn has... Are they in two separate beds, her parents? Or
No,
are they
same bed.
lying in the same bed?
Same bed.
Okay. Trying to be out of the way of the healers, she would have sat on the opposite side of the bed.
Okay.
And held the hand of whichever parent that is.
Your father?
While she's having the conversation we've been messaging.
Yes. Sorry, my fans are watching this.
She will tear her eyes away from Winston, but she still has that connection. And she will say out loud, are we certain that we don't have any other antidotes in town? As she turns her eyes back to Winston.
At that time, I would go over to Mshali in Thieves' Camp and ask him, do you remember Marta Loomis? Looking for a nod or a yes or something from him.
Yes.
Okay.
I will go. You stay.
Shale and Ash, please give me an insight roll, please.
It's only an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, 6.
Okay. So,
I missed it. I'm
Shale,
busy.
you're leaving?
Yes.
Okay.
Lady Kerowyn?
I'm gonna pull my sword on Winston and intimidate him.
Oh my god.
Taylor, you need to
Actually,
put your weapon
that's why I'd
down.
be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Michelle is also looking very bright-eyed.
Like, I actually stopped. I was like, put that down.
Yeah, I'd actually walk over and like stand between them. Like, what are you doing?
You're not helping. Put it
What do you mean,
down.
what am I doing? This man is clearly responsible for what we're dealing with here.
Clearly.
Clearly.
How do
So
we
how
know
did you pull this
haven't
off?
done it? How do we know you haven't done it? Somehow you're very familiar with poison, and you're the tailor of our fair city and of the royal house, I might add. If anything is pretty well with poison, you seem to be a pretty good suspect. I would not believe.
Yet you don't seem too
You know,
concerned
so
about what's
you're
going
right.
on.
I am very
Why would he
concerned.
be? He aims to
Someone
be the
must
head.
be poised with all the chatter about. You've been coming in and out and declaring all sorts of nonsense.
Ijaro, you are not helping, and you are preventing me from doing what needs to be done here. Put it away. He is still the steward.
And
It
And
may
to be
not-
clear, my posture.
We
is
may
to
not like
protect
him,
the-
but we do have to respect him.
Oh, you're so lucky, Lee. I wasn't in the room when you disrespected him. Oh my god.
Rogue's got a rogue, kid.
So, back to what I said I was going to do. I wanted to intimidate him. That was the whole point of me pulling my sword on him. I don't care if Ash stepped in the way. I'll stab him in the throat. Like, I don't care. I want to intimidate him.
Roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because your friends are opposing you.
25.
Okay.
That's a disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Natural
Hey,
20 and an 18.
He seems unnerved, but you get a reading on him like you crossed something, the line between him and you.
I mean, there wasn't.
I'm.
Well, I don't know if there was a line between us. I'm a tailor and he's the head.
There was a line. There was a line.
In your mind, your understanding, you just put yourself as a threat to someone he didn't notice before. And now you just said, hey, look at me. And he seems to be a person who's very calculated on what that means. You just feel like you stepped on a viper, is what you feel like you just did. There's pain and
I
threat,
will. I'll be
but you did
looking.
it.
I will be holding my shield at this point, since you haven't put your sword down, and saying you need to stop, so we can take care of this.
I think that's a good idea, High Priest. You manage this situation and watch the tailor. I will help keep things in order. Fox, I believe you were going somewhere.
I have one option that may help.
Well, then go. I will take other details, and he's going to walk out the hall with you.
As we walk out, I will apologize to him for my transgression. Understand that my oath and my honor is for my friend Balin before all else. I mean no disrespect, but I would be by her side unless she has me go to this task. With your leave, sir?
He goes, I see what you're trying to do, Fox. But remember, when I meant my statement, I meant my statement. Hope the future goes well with you. And then you guys will separate.
As they leave the room, though, actually, at the threshold, out loud, Kerowyn says, You feel that I may have helped you, but I feel that you're trying to help yourself.
He just walks with the walks. He doesn't stop and answer for you.
I'm gonna make my way to Marta's place.
Okay. Well, we'll hold on to that at the moment. What anyone left in the room wish to do?
I'm gonna be dumbfounded right now.
Okay.
What were you doing?
Why would we let him get away? He's very clearly the problem.
He's the problem, but you have to prove it. He's a nobleman. He's got the backing of powerful people in Greyheim. They care more about what he says than us.
But Kerowyn is next in line to be the noble of this house.
He's
And
not
he
a
has
snake.
the connection to Mordheim.
He is not a snake. He is a hydra. We cut off this head, and 3 more are going to pop up. We need to find the root of this problem and snuff it out at the root.
Any idea what
We
that root
can't
would be?
prove that he's done anything.
Exactly. I cannot prove.
I mean, I'm sure if you gave me more time with him and hadn't stepped in the way, I may have.
In the meantime, he could have easily called the guard and had you arrested. 1, for poisoning my parents, and then 2, for threatening him. That would be all of that would be all of the proof that he would have needed that you poisoned my parents. Can I prove that he did it? I absolutely cannot. He doesn't have any proof either. All he has is his word against yours. And even now, my word is less than his. As stupid as that is.
Balin is off in the corner shaking her head, just going, "Damn it, Thomas."
He's next to you. It's not my fault.
Yo,
This time it's Kerowyn's fault. She left town. If she didn't leave town, she would have more control.
Read the shirt.
If I hadn't left town, you would be dead.
Ladies, gentlemen, this is not helping anyone.
Sorry.
We should leave the family together with their family until we figure out if there's something more we can do. They are on their deathbed. Let's have some respect for that.
Do I smell smoke?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
Why do I smell smoke? There's no fire in the fireplace.
That's right. There's no fire.
In the... Why do I smell smoke?
I don't know.
Can I persuade Kerowyn that she doesn't smell smoke?
Roll deception against Lady Kerowyn's insight.
16.
I rolled a natural 20.
As you say that, there is smoke wafting
It's just
from
the
the window.
smokehouse and the bacon.
I'm sure it's under control.
Is it?
Yeah. Thulsa said he was going to handle it.
Is that my stables? All I see are heads shaking. Nope.
Michelle goes, Ash, sir,
Yeah.
can we have the others be removed? I'm getting a little uneasy with some of their intentions. We have the noble lord and lady here, and there seems to be stuff going on that I don't think we need their distraction here anymore.
I just tried to do exactly that, and they didn't seem to want to respect the deathbed of the nobles of the town.
I leave.
And I turn around and look at hint.
I apologize.
Somebody better deal with that fire.
Okay. So Ian, Yujiro, and Elian, you guys will just wander around the house?
No, I'm leaving. I go back down out the back and around the house and leave.
Okay. So you're leaving. How about you two?
I'm gonna head down the same way as Ian, because I'm gonna go look for my brother,
Okay.
who for some reason is missing.
And Elian, what are you gonna do?
I am indeed going to wander around the house.
Awesome. All right. So, Mshala, you're going to go find the herbalist, I believe. The rest of you will now try to comfort what is going on with the Lord and Lady. And then we will call our session tonight here. Well done. I believe a lot of our characters have really kind of blossomed out of this.
I do put the fire out, right? Me and
Yes, it
Down
was
guard.
not bad. He got it and go from there. And what is your passive perception, Dulce?
Passive isn't great. Passive perception is 15, but passive investigation is 17.
15 is good enough. You will also see Camilla is the witness. So, you know there's a witness to the fire. And we will, like I said, we'll leave it from there.
I've been made.
That kid gets around. That's all I'm saying. I'm
Better
saying.
ending.
You're gonna have to silence somebody.
I will have ordered. I would have.
You stay away from that kid. It's like you're Steve Buscemi on a freaking plane right now.
I will have
Told
ordered
you
some bone broth for
so.
my parents, and I'd be feeding them, trying to feed them bone broth.
Sure.